Are we terrible people?
Nah. We're not terrible people, Lois.
Backup goalies are terrible people.
You've got 20.
Hit me.
Peter, don't.
Hit me.
21.
Hit me.
Peter.
Hit me.
That's 30.
Hit me.
So I can prove to you there's nothing wrong with what you do.
I run an unsuccessful shrimp company.
Oh, but you run it, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Off the minute, Swayman center, score! Mika Zibanejad! Dinov scores! In, Saka shoots, scores! Sternak denied, Lindholm loose, and Quick kept it out.
After video review, the puck completely crossed the goal line at 32.9 seconds.
This pass leads to a goal! But Dinov scores! Already, he scores! Day, Pasternak looking back door.
Everybody needs to be fired. Secretary, office workers, the sick boy. They all need to go. Fire the hot dog guy. That's how bad this organization is. Find somebody from a winning organization, not Glenn Sather, not freaking any of these idiots that are involved.
And the Bruins have put up 10. They've done it at home since 1979.
Boo this man!
Look at me, son. It's not your fault.
I know.
Yeah, I can't help but look at those videos and think to myself, one of these things don't look like the other. Hi, everybody. Well, yeah, I know. Wouldn't you rather be the serene team that's in Minnesota playing some pond hockey? I mean, that would be much better. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Big Apple Hockey. It's great to be back with you guys yet again. I, of course, am your host, Mark Williams, who, yeah, and I guess I still wouldn't want Chris Drury ordering a pizza because I'm pretty sure he messed that one up. Joined by the man who is the host of the Final Buzzer, who had a show Monday nights, Mr. John Filkowski.
Oh, man. I always love Mark Williams' meat locker appearances, but man, I'll tell you right now, that was probably an all-timer there from Mark. I think everybody on that stream absolutely loved that. And then even hearing, I think it was a Mr. Johnny Lazarus who said that you had a great line about not trusting Chris Drury to order a pizza. I mean,
he would come back with sushi on it.
Oh my God! Oh, amazing! Absolutely amazing. But we're gonna turn it over to the third of our four horsemen, formerly of the Hockey News, Mr. Anthony LaRocco.
How's it going, gentlemen? Glad to be here for today's show. Should be a lot of laughs, a lot of airing of the grievances to steal a line from Seinfeld and Frank Costanza. But I gotta tell you, Mark Williams was very, very angry on that rant. He's very angry, and I'm here for
it. I know. You always tell me your desire to hear the angry Mark, where I'm just going off, and it's yeah. You wish you know what you wish it would be Domino's.
And by the way, I have to sorry to cut everybody off, but I have to thank Matt for being on with me the other night. I had to step away for a little bit for that stream, and Matt held it down and really kept that stream going. Without you, Matt, that stream would have ended in a really weird way. And thank you very much for helping me out on that. So the next time I see you, there is a beer with your name on it. Hopefully it's at Croker's with this guy serving us, and we're laughing about some sort of Justin Huberdeau type thing that he said at the bar. So
Well, yeah. Well, those are always the great moments whenever we can have like a little bit more of a gaffe. And look, as I said to Johnny, sometimes my improv skills really do work, but right there, I was just kind of letting it go wherever it is. I mean, just stop. If you didn't see the video that I put on Instagram about the Rangers staff that they got that resemble the Homer Simpson cousins, yeah. And it's all the men cousins. That's not the way the episode ends. But it's a horrible situation, and just everybody needs to go. Everybody. But the hot dog vendors, maybe you could stay. That's fine. But I still would fire everybody down to the hot dog vendors. Let's get down to the A block, everybody, where we're going to be talking about a lot today with the New York Rangers, the New York Islanders, and the New Jersey Devils. But also just a reminder, the Big Apple Hockey Trucker hats and shirts are available. The A block is brought to you by SeatGeek. Use the promo code Big Apple Hockey, $20 off your first order. And we're also going to be doing our mid-season awards. Jim is hoping to be joining us later so he can discuss them with us. And as you look at the Metro Division standings, guys, they did it. The New York Rangers have finally done it. Bottom of the world, baby. They are the worst team in the Eastern Conference, and somehow they're just a player away, and it's all Igor that they just got a chance. Oh, it's amazing.
Throw it away, right, boys? Right.
They were absolutely slaughtered this week, to the point of why step on the ice. And I mean, well, you know what? I might as well just make them in stone, because there's been more popes over the last 30 years than New York Rangers GMs. And I'm not kidding with that. So, but, well, are the fans, you know what?
Once you start affecting James Dolan's bottom line, I think the message is going to be a little more clear.
Here's the thing about that. I just don't think it's going to matter, because if the fans stop going, it just means corporate gets more seats and then they end up going. So that's not the bottom line. Bottom line is the fans need to be there and chant for fire DRURY. But I digress with this, because if that's not embarrassing enough, you have the 10-2 game against the Boston Bruins on Saturday. That's embarrassing. 2 players had 7 goals. 7. Just out of 2 players. Pavel Zacha, how many hat tricks has he had in his career? Kuzmadinov, I mean, he's starting to bud. He's starting to bust out. Good for him. But then the fire DRURY chants in a game where the New York Rangers were supposed to show that they were not Saturday. That's what they were trying to show. Instead, you got a 2-0 lead. Maybe they're going to win this game. Nah, they lost to their former number 2 overall draft pick, Capo Caco, whom they never bothered to develop either. And all these things are right, guys. But unfortunately, and Anthony, I'm going to direct you to start this.
Okay.
Because are we finally at rock bottom for the New York Rangers?
Yeah.
I missed that quote. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks. Thanks, Johnny. Are we finally at rock bottom?
I would say it's pretty close to it. Here's what I think the problem is. There are plenty of teams that go into a rebuild, okay? Retool, rebuild, whatever you want to call it. And even though you want to see your team win, the fans are okay with it because they see the bigger picture of what's going to be at the end of the rainbow, if you will, if you do it right. So you go through the season and you kind of you like to see the progression of the young guys, and you look forward to the draft. The reason why there's the Rangers are just a tire fire right now is because they're really bad, but yet they're still trying to win. I don't want to speak for all Ranger fans, but I'm sure if Chris Drury would have came out before in the summertime and said, okay, we're gonna rebuild here, it didn't work out, and then he made moves like he convinced Panarin to waive, he convinced Zibanejad to waive, and the Rangers are last in the Eastern Conference. I think the fans would be like, okay, It is what it is. We're rebuilding, but they're trying to win, and he doesn't see how bad this team is. He just doesn't see it. He doesn't acknowledge it. He doesn't want to he doesn't want to pull the trigger on the retool. I don't know what it is, but I think that's the biggest problem is that they're still trying to win. And even earlier, I saw tweets from Elliot Friedman saying that there have been no conversations yet with Panarin about asking to waive, and that the Rangers aren't ready to wave the white flag yet. It's like, why? What are you doing? Why are you not waving the white flag? Like, I get, we said a million times, the Eastern Conference is very condensed, but your team isn't making the playoffs. I mean, even with Igor and Fox in the lineup, the team still wasn't good. Now you're without the both of them. You're losing games. You're getting embarrassed 10-2. Lose to Seattle, and your captain afterwards says, I don't know. I got.
Oh man!
Like, could you imagine Anders Lee saying something like that after a game, or Sidney Crosby? Like, I understand there are times where you're frustrated, but if you're a real true leader, you kind of like battle through your emotions. You put it aside, and you at least give an answer to the reporter, and that your fans can see. Okay, well, this guy's still saying the right things, and it shows like he cares. Like, I don't know. I just thought that was a really poor response by Miller, and I understand that he's frustrated. I get it, but I mean, you got to do better than that. So this team is just in disarray. I don't know exactly where they go from here, because it seems like Drury is really putting this off in terms of stripping it down. So I don't know exactly what he's waiting for or what else he can expect to happen to do that. But when you're talking up until last week, as early as last week, you were still getting reports that they were still considering adding Kiefer Sherwood. Like, are you kidding me? You're going to add Kiefer Sherwood? You're going to give up a second round pick or an asset to get a guy that's not a needle mover? For what? It's hard to comprehend that Dolan and Drury could be such short-sighted that they can't have a pulse on the fan base and really think what the majority of their fans are feeling. Like, how do you not see that? And for me, that's where that's where the disconnect is. I don't get it.
That's great.
I gotta believe eventually that the dam is gonna break, and they will finally make some sort of move or acknowledgement that they're not going to win. But yeah, I mean, right now, Mark, I kind of say, yeah. I mean, they're at rock bottom, and you can't lose worse. Yeah, maybe 10-0, but like I don't understand how it gets worse than this. Honestly, a 10-2 loss, you lose to Seattle at home, and granted they're a good team, but just everything that's gone on, I see this team at a breaking point, and I don't know how much worse it can get.
By the way, we're going to debate which team had a worse loss later on in our pickup segment between the Rangers and the Devils. So keep in mind that one. But Filk, we went through some of our feelings on Monday night. The dust has kind of settled a little bit more. How are you feeling right now? The Rangers are at rock bottom.
I'm actually kind of scared that Dolan might not even think that this is rock bottom. And I mean, Brian's comment before was like pretty spot on, because in 2018, when they decided to rebuild, they were actually in better position. They were closer to a playoff spot in 2018 when they waved the white flag on that season.
By the way, I was at that game, Filk, and it was a horrendous loss to the Boston Bruins. The next day was the letter.
Yeah, and that's when everything decided to. That's when they decided to try to rebuild everything, and I think it needs to be the same thing. I think 6 years later they need to take a look at this and say, hey, you know what, this team is not going anywhere. It's an old aging core, and they missed their window. And I have a feeling that the owner might end up preventing that from happening, because the owner cares more about trying to get revenue in the playoffs in a first round exit where they might not even win a game. They may not even, if they were to somehow make the playoffs, I have zero confidence that he would even hold a lead at any point in that series. Maybe if they get lucky and they score a goal in the first couple minutes of game one, but that would be it. But how can you see this team as a playoff team?
Phil, by the way, think about the Boston game on Saturday. They led 1-0.
They led 1-0, and that was it. And then they just gave up. They gave up. And the worst part about all this is that not only do you not respond the next game, you take a 2-0 lead and then you give up as soon as the second period begins. Like, what was that? And then you have JT Miller, who I have to take my lickings here. I was wrong about him. So I'm going to take my lickings. I thought that he would come in and he would help change the culture here, and that, he would, start getting on people's backs, but he has done nothing but play like shit and then say the worst things that you could. Oh, we'll try to do better. I have to be better. Okay. And then he goes out and does the same thing the next game and the game after that and the game after that. You know what happens when you do that? Words lose their meaning. They mean nothing after a while. And this is the problem that I have. Like, this guy's here going forward for the foreseeable future. I don't unless he wants to wave somewhere. I don't know, maybe he wants to go to Florida one day and win a Stanley Cup. I'm
pretty sure he tanked that team too.
I don't know if he could tank that team. That team would be tough to tank. I mean, the Tampa Bay Lightning,
shut the F up.
Well, here's the thing. The Lightning team that he played on was a couple of pieces away from really being that Stanley Cup winner that they became those 2 seasons in a row. Like, they needed their Colemans and their Gaudreaus and guys like that in their bottom 6. They lacked those guys the same way that the 96 Red Wings lacked those guys, and they had guys like Keith Primo and Dino Ciccarelli and Paul Coffey, but they needed the Larry Murphys and the Brendan Shanahans, and those guys came along, and that really kind of put them over the top. 62-win team wins a lot less, but they win a Stanley Cup the next year. So, I mean, right now, for me, Miller this is probably the worst start I've seen of any captain. I mean, I still think Trouba's tenure as captain is the worst I've seen as a Ranger. But if JT Miller continues down this road, his name is going to be the one that's mentioned as the worst captain in Rangers history. Because what he's doing right now is showing us that do as I say, not as I do. And that's a big, big problem. Big problem. I know a couple of other people who never wanted him back in New York either. And I'm not even talking about Mark. I have other friends that didn't want him back in New York for other reasons. So, but I don't know where this team is going, because like Anthony said, you would figure that would be the white flag being waved. Like the Seattle game was it for me. The Bruins game, okay, you know what? That happens. That could be your burn the tape game, or you're just like, burn the tape. But when you follow that up with an effort like they did for the last 40 minutes of that game against Seattle, that's pathetic. They weren't even generating shots after the first period. It's pathetic. So this whole thing needs to be blown up, and I don't know why they haven't come to the realization yet that it needs to be blown up. And is it the owner? Is it Drury? I get you don't give up on seasons right away, but we're well past the point of this being a small sample size. This is what this team is. And now you have Vince Mercogliano and Peter Bow from The Athletic writing up pieces with trade tiers for the most tradable assets that this team has. Like, is somebody from this organization watching and listening? Because they have to be. There's no way you cannot see that. It's time to sell, guys. Time. It's now. Go ahead, Mark.
First off, it's not rock bottom, because this all the executives are still in place, because they could sell off every single piece of them right now. Do you believe that the scouting department's going to identify the right player? Do you believe that once they get into the organization that Jed Ortmeyer and Tanner Glass can develop them into the right player? And then can you bring them into the toxic locker room where you might as well just pour sulfuric acid on them and dissolve them into nothing, like what's happening to Gabriel Perreault? It's just, this is such a ridiculous organization that they don't see the problem. Here's the thing about them right now, and follow my analogy on this one. They're like somebody that won at the casino. They won big, and then they thought to themselves, yeah, I can win some more. I can win some more. So they go off, they they kind of take it, they go for a drink first, then they go back to the tables and they start losing repeatedly over and over again. Then they're yelling at their friends, I'm losing, I can't believe this, da. Then they go off, they do a controlled substance or something like that. And then now they got a little bit of energy again. We'll just say that's the JT Miller trade from last season. And then they still can't see that they're losing left and right. And they still think they're one player away. They're a key for Sherwood. They are done. They are done. They were done since last year. This organization has made misstep after misstep. Even you trade away your captain and then you re-sign your goalie that day to a record-setting contract, which he is not going to fulfill because he's not even the best Russian in New York anymore. That's what's even stupider about that contract. But thank God that they had that contract. Thank God it was all right there, because now look at where we are. And first off, by the way, happy to see Jim Behringer on with us. And I'm just going to try to finish this off quickly so I can turn it over to him. But this is not an organization that is made for winning. You took Glenn Sather, who was at the time an overachieving GM with the Edmonton Oilers. Then now you bring him in. He's got his disciples. Jeff Gorton, just Jeff Gorton really wasn't as great as what people make him out to be. They still think he was the second coming. He's not even Neil Smith. Let's be honest about that one. So anyway, then you have Chris Drury taking over. Sure, they had success. They went to 2 conference finals, but right now, this is making the end of the Rangers' 90s look like, Phil said, the dark ages are coming. This is it. It's over. It's done. I'm still going to go to Ranger games. I enjoy the Rangers. But on the other hand, you got to be realistic. As far as the competition goes,
I'll be right back. I got to take this.
All right. Oh, sorry, Jeff.
It's all right.
Everybody needs to go. And that's just the way it goes with that, because you got too much of it. Just there's too much rot. I've said this before. I'll say it again. The rot's in the wood. You have to level the house. You got to start all over. And Jim Dolan, who never hesitated to make a move with the Knicks, unless it was Isaiah Thomas, but he hesitates to make the move with the Rangers. The team that was successful, you move on. Yeah, the best thing to ever happen to this organization was the lockout, because it gave them time to actually reset a little bit. Now there's no reset. You got to get rid of everybody. And for starters, too many NMCs, 100% on that one. And I'm going to sum this up real quick. JT Miller is the worst choice of captain in NHL history. I can't think of anyone worse. He is the guy. He's the loudmouth guy in the locker room that you got like 3 guys that want to listen to him, Vinny Trocheck, and the rest of the guys roll their eyes. And the way he slaps his stick, the way he acts like a petulant child, I would rather take Jacob Trouba right now with his bitterness over JT Miller. And that comment, that pathetic, weak-ass comment the other night.
Spicy hot take.
No. He shouldn't have been brought back, and now he's here. Get him out of here. And I know I'm going to have – I had guys from other podcasts saying to me, oh, well, hey, they really should. Oh, okay. Well, Phil's going to come back in a second. But the other guy saying to me, oh, JT Miller, can't wait till he's captain. Really? This is what you got. So moving on from there, enough of this. Go call the assistants in Dallas, Tampa Bay, or Florida. Bring in a winning GM. Don't promote the next thing. Don't promote the next Kyle Dubas, the next Sheldon Keefe. Don't go thinking you got some prodigy that's here. You don't. Ryan Closier, assistant GM. He was an all right player at the NHL level. 2 goals his first game as a New York Ranger. Not much really after that. Jed Ortmeyer, thanks for the memories. You tried hard, but no, they all got to go. And by the way, Johnny's right about this one. Wait until a few years where people are like, hey, you know what? You had to pay Igor. No, you didn't. You don't have to pay him $11.5 million at the age of 38. Are you out of your mind? All right. All right. So we lost Jim for a little bit on this one. We'll come back, I guess, as soon as we can. But Anthony, what Ranger fans would really want is what you saw with the Islanders this weekend. That it was at Anders Lee's house where they all did the pond hockey, right? Yeah. Good. So I had this right. So the Islanders right now, they're 1-1-1 on their 7-game road trip. They have a nice bonding moment. Do you know what was great about it, Anthony? You saw all those guys in either their younger jerseys, or I even think I saw one guy wearing a Joe Sakic jersey. And that's where, you know, you just
Riddick was wearing a Nordique Sakic jersey. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's being a kid on a pond right there. That's what you got to love about this. And the Islanders brought that enthusiasm. Look, they went down 3-0 to Winnipeg yesterday and stormed back. That's one of those games where you go, and they were in the entire game. They even made it a game late. That's one of those times, Anthony, I say all the time, where you're like, oh, you lost. I don't take that as a loss. I take that as almost a win. So it flashed that graphic, 240 between the 3 goals. I got to say, Anthony, are the Islanders the feel-good team of the NHL right now?
I mean, there's a lot of feel-good stories. I mean, nothing like Columbus last year, but San Jose obviously is a very good team. They're fighting for a playoff spot. So I think you can make the case for a lot of teams, but I just think with the Islanders, you know, Wah was talking about it yesterday. His thing that he's been preaching this year is playing with joy, compassion for each other, and just really, really enjoying the game and having fun. And I think you're seeing that obviously with the bonding moment on Lee's pond at the house that he had bought. So I think they are having fun. I think they're a tight knit group in that room. They always believe, like you said. I don't think they're ever out of a game. You know, they which is Wah's words. He feels like his team's never out of a game. You know, if they go down 1-2, there's no panic on the bench. They just keep playing their game, and you saw it yesterday where they tied the game at 3. Unfortunately, you know, they gave it away again, but then at the end they did, you know, score a late goal and at least gave themselves a chance to tie the game. But you know, overall, I mean, week after week when we come on the show, I mean, for a couple weeks now, they've been in second place. And yeah, there's teams that are chomping at their heels, Philly, Washington, but you know, they're playing consistent. They're holding that second place in the Metro spot down. You know, a 7-game road trip is tough. It's their second one of the season. They're 1-1-1. They're 1-1-1 after 3 games. And I think, you know, the dogs disagree. But I think that, you know, if you're an Islander fan and after the first 3 games, they're 1-1-1, you know, you take it. You know, Nashville, I think they're 16-8 in their last 24 games. So they're playing much better. And that was a hard-fought game. It was a 1-1 game. They let up a shorthanded goal, which, I mean, if it weren't for that, they'd probably win that game 1-0, but they ended up losing in a shootout. The Minnesota game to me was really impressive because the Wild are a very, very good team, and the Islanders hung there with them. Sorokin stood on their head, and they squeaked out an overtime win against a really, really good team. And call it hot take or not, but you know, everybody talks about the Avs. But, you know, I've watched the Islanders play the Avalanche twice now. One time they waxed them. The other time in Colorado, they played one of their best games of the year in a loss. Watching that game against Minnesota, I was more scared and nervous watching that game than Colorado. I just thought Minnesota was fantastic, how they snapped the puck around, especially on the power play with Hughes and Boldy and Kaprizov, and even at 5-on-5. That team is very, very good. The Islanders stood with them, went blow for blow, and won and got a big 2 points in a stadium in Minnesota that hasn't been kind to them over the years. So, yeah, 1-1-1 over the first 3 games of this 7-game road trip. Now they're going out to Edmonton tomorrow night, and that's obviously going to be a tough game anytime you're playing against McDavid and Draisaitl. And then after that, you know, you got Calgary, Vancouver, Seattle. So, it's, you know, going to be important, another 4-game stretch here. I mean, the hope is that Bo Horvat may meet the team later in this road trip. He was originally supposed to come when they left, but Darsh had changed the plans. They want him to stay back and continue getting treatment. But it seems like his return is on the horizon, which is going to be great news for them. Because again, don't forget they're still playing good hockey and doing this without their best goal scorer in Bo Horvat. So to me, that's impressive. But as Phil always says, next man up mentality. Simon Holmstrom's on a heater. He stepped up in a big way. He's starting to look like the player he was last year when did he actually reach 50 points or 45 points? But point being, he's resembling that player again after a little bit of a slow start. Barzell's been pretty consistent this whole time. Emil Heineman's still playing good. So, they're still going without their best player. So for them, it's just, keep playing Islander hockey and, keep plugging away. It seems like the teams in the East aren't going away in the sense of, Philly, Washington, still things are still really close. So you do have to be careful. You lose 2 more games in a row, you could drop the third or wild card spot or even out of the playoffs with how tight it is. So these next 4 games on the road trip, if the Islanders can go 3-1, that would be fantastic. So just keep getting points. But yeah, I mean, they're consistent. They're second in the Metro and they're hanging in there.
Well, one thing you don't have to worry about, and here's a little bit more snark from Mark, if you will. The Islanders could lose as many in the row as they want. They're still not going to get the last. All right. Let's bring back in Jim right now, if we can. And there he is. Hey, Jim.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Sorry about that.
Oh, no, all good. All good. Now, with the week the Islanders are having and the way that they kind of came back last night, are the Islanders the feel-good story of the NHL right now?
Yeah, I mean, they're playing well. I like what they've done all year. Like we've talked about on this program, I've always liked the hiring of Matthew Darsh, Patrick Watt and me. I wanted to see what this team was going to look like offensively. Look, in a loss, the game was fun to watch. Like, how many times can you say that over the last couple of years that, Islander games are fun to watch? I like watching the Islanders play right now because right now they're the best team in the metro area. Like, let's be honest. Like, if we're like throwing darts at the board, the Islanders are the team I'm watching right now because, Devils don't play well right now either. And the Rangers, you guys hammered that mess. And Filk and I jumped on the final buzzer the other night and gave my 2 cents on what was going on with the Rangers. And I still think with the Rangers, they need to sell. But I agree with Anthony, what I've seen on his Twitter account and what we said in the text. I think Darsh needs to be very conservative on how he adds to this team because while they're playing well right now, you don't want to be too aggressive to mortgage the future because they're going in the right direction.
Yeah, and I think that we're going to be talking more about what the Islanders may need to add more in our Bar Talk segment. But Phil, what do you think? Feel good story of the NHL is the New York Islanders?
Yeah, I would say so. I would definitely say so in the fact that like there's no Johnny Gaudreau type story like Anthony talked about. Like there's nothing like that. But I mean, they just go, like I said, they remind me a lot of the 05-06 Rangers. They just go out there and it's just we're having fun. We're playing hard. We're trying to shove it in everybody's face that said that we couldn't do it. I mean, it's a mentality that I wish my team had, but they're proving that you can be the sum of your parts can put you in a better position, I should say. I don't want to say over the top because over the top would be that they're that 1 or 2 pieces away from winning it all. And I don't think they're that there. Yeah. And you know what? I'm not going to lie. 48 is the guy that I love watching play. Mm-hmm. I don't care how much shit I'm going to get from the Rangers fans here. Like that kid's someone that he's become my favorite Islander of all time.
13th goal of the year too.
Right behind Matt Lavallee. Yeah. I mean, it's so hard to root against a kid like that. So, I think that what he's doing is incredible. I think his energy is really the key for this team because I think that team needed that energy and that essence in that locker room. They were lacking that. They were definitely lacking that in previous years. Like in previous years, they would play hard and they would come out and they would get close to a playoff spot or be in the playoffs and they'd be out in the first round. But there's something that's Anthony. I mean, you follow them a lot more than I do. Obviously, we follow them more than anyone here. But like, there's something different about that locker room, isn't there?
Yeah, and it's just one point, Johnny with a good comment here, and I noticed this last night with Schaefer.
Oh yeah, I posted that in our group.
Yeah, the way he was able to just do what he did, and then shortly after go score a goal to make it 5-4. He has a motor that doesn't stop. He has a motor that absolutely does not stop.
Perfect for this team, right? The energy that he brings, man. The energy that he's just bringing to this team rejuvenated this team. Because it just felt like, all right, they need something, and they got it from Schaefer.
Who was it that he tracked down earlier on in the year that he was like 3 or 4 steps behind? Was it against the Devils?
No, I think it was. Are you talking about the one in preseason against?
Yeah, that might have been the preseason game against Philly where he skated back and broke up a breakaway when he was already deep in his zone, pretty much.
Yeah, he was so far back on that, and he literally skated. He was probably 4 steps back on this forward, whoever it was. I can't even remember. But he skated back, and he broke that play up and didn't take a penalty on it. I was just like, shit. I was like, you know what? And the scary part is that some people believe that Keaton Bearhoff has even higher upside. How crazy is that? Like, and that's something that we'll get into obviously a little further down the road when we start talking more about prospects and draft and everything like that. But I just did not think he would have the impact that he had. Yeah, you know what? I think Music's is right. I think it was Mitchkov.
No, I'm the one that said Mitchkov.
Yeah, I think, And Mitchkov, while not a burner by any means, is no slowpoke either. So for him to do that was pretty impressive. But, I mean, it's just – it's I would say there's a feel-good team. Obviously, there's no outside issues, but it's just they just go out there and they play for each other. It's like a family. They fight for each other.
Yeah, Phil, to answer your question before I highlighted Johnny's question, I asked him, you know what I think a lot of it is? Honestly, I think some of it goes to Lou Lamoriello not being there anymore. And what I mean by that is Lou Lamoriello, don't get me wrong, one of the greatest executives of all time. The players who played for him absolutely loved him. But you got to remember, Lou is old school, his rules, right? And it goes beyond the no facial hair, the high jersey numbers. But he didn't allow a lot of things, like even the little things. Like, like admins for sports teams will do a thing where they're not on camera, but like a player will be walking off the rink and there's like a question they're asking them. I don't know, like what's your favorite candy? And as they all walk by, they say their answer. Stuff like that, under Lou, never happened. He didn't even allow stuff like that. And now you see the change with how the Islanders are run with like stuff like that posted on their Twitter account. And I think the players are just playing a little more loose. I just feel like they're allowed more of their personalities to show and be more of themselves and do podcasts and not be held to such high restrictive policies. So I think that plays a big role. Like, for instance, Matthew Schaefer signed with no bull. We all know, Tom Brady's friend.
That's pretty impressive that Brady picked him out of all these athletes.
If Lou Lamoriello was in charge, that wouldn't be allowed. I'm not kidding. That he would have never allowed Schaefer to do that.
But it's true. Like, that comment is, but like we all laugh. It says Lou is a vendetta against Joy, but it's true, man. Like when he was running the ship at New Jersey, like it wasn't fun. It was all business all the time. Yeah. Like, you acted a certain way. You did it. Whether I think it was it Rupper who with Johnny on the show, I think, or somewhere I heard it. Like, they went to a Dallas Cowboys game, 90-degree weather, all showed up in suits for a Dallas Cowboy game on an off day. Like, that's how, like,
why?
Yeah.
Because it's Lou, man. professionalism to the team.
All right, I'll tell you this right now, and Anthony was there with me for this. Going to Dallas in the end of June, we got into a rental car in a hotel parking garage, and it was like 90-something degrees at like 7 a.m. with like 100% humidity. Doing that in suits is a living hell.
Yeah.
Living hell.
Like, look, there were so many things. Like, some of the stuff was just ridiculous, and some of the stuff was, all right, I got it because you want to be professional, but like some of it was just like borderline, like, okay. Like, do you think realistically the video we saw the other day on social media with the Islanders on pond hockey?
No, it would never happen.
Never have happened.
No.
They're having fun again playing the game. And that's what's different about the Islanders this year.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, it's not just, it's also, the fact that they do believe in themselves. They like that underdog mentality. Anders Lee is a great leader. I think Patrick Waugh also did a lot of self-reflection this summer, especially based on, the comments about Duclair and what happened there. And I think that's why he said at training camp this year, his mantra for this year was playing with joy and having compassion. And I think, I think the guys love playing for him. I mean, go back to when Romanov got hurt, right? Like, was screaming at Rantanen as going off the ice that you're not going to fucking finish the game.
Yeah.
And talking about when they come to UBS. And I think the fact that he loves his players and has their back and protect them that much, I think all that stuff, when you encapsulate it, it really goes a long way in making a team. And, the Islanders are that. And lastly, I mean, Matthew Schaefer injected a breath of fresh air into that group.
Well, I do agree. It's a combination of things.
It's such a combination for this team, but they're just playing away. And obviously, we've talked about this. Like, one minor change for players and the organization, like, for instance, it may get lost in the things that are going well for the Islanders, but the fact that you change just a minor tweak with the goalie coach, just get Sorokin's guy up, move the goalie coach out.
Yeah.
Look at what it's done for Sorokin.
Yeah. You know what, though? Think about it. Workplace morale.
Right.
Do you want to go to work when you have things that drag you down, like the way that Lou was with all of his rules and his restrictions?
No.
Do you want to go to work when your boss, JT Miller in this case, if we're going to play and make an analogy, when your boss is an asshole and doesn't pull his own weight, but orders everybody around and is do as I say, not as I do? I mean, listen, I can't blame them. The vibes are good there.
No,
it's just,
it's just crazy. Like, one last thing on this is like with Lou and everything. Like, I know we can all disagree. Anthony and I disagree. Islanders fans disagree with me. Despite all the time, all Islanders were connected to this guy under Lou. A lot of guys didn't want to go play for Lou. I'm going to be honest. Like, they didn't like those rules, didn't want to go there. Like, just that it drags you down after a little bit. Like, going and doing that. All the time. And by the way, speaking of Steinbrenners, it's okay. It's okay to make a change. Yankees, it's okay. You can do it. See what happens. See Pittsburgh and Baltimore. It's okay.
Come on, look. Are you happy about Ryan Weathers right now?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
First off, let me give a little bit of credit to Lou, because when Lou came around to the Islanders, that's when they needed Lou.
Oh, yeah.
He
100%.
brought order to the chaos.
Yeah.
So we're not bashing Lou. We're just saying that over time,
it gets a little bit. But here's the thing with Lou. What happened with New Jersey is, like, he lost what made him great, which was his scouting, his drafting, like all that stuff. And his free agent signings towards the end were not the best. Like, I'm going to be honest. Like, they weren't the best. The contracts he handed out, he I want to say crippled New Jersey, but the aspect of keeping my team alive just to make playoffs and see what happens, at a point you have to say, okay, it's time to turn the team over and see where we go.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be making that phone call, but I'm going to try to be as brief as possible. And that's look, they're playing with a lot more energy injected.
LaRocco prank.
Yeah.
Matthew Schaefer.
That is probably the greatest prank I think I've ever seen you pull on anyone.
Yeah, I was like, okay, well, that's great. Hopefully, it doesn't kill the rest of my career. But that's one of those things that when you look at this team, they're just playing for each other the entire time. There's a lot of positivity, and you got to love what the Islanders are bringing. They're if you're looking for bad things for me to say on the Islanders right now, it's tough. I could get to some of the technical aspects. Like I still don't like that they're grossly outshot every single night, but that's for starters. But the other thing is just there's always the effort. They're not going to get outworked. And that's sort of the rhetoric that Wah was saying when he first showed up. And that's what they're playing right now. So, yeah, they're relaxed, but Darsh is still making a lot of the right calls, and you gotta love the work that he's done.
Mm-hmm.
Let's speed this up a little bit because we're gonna get to the Devils. We're gonna get to our mid-season awards in a minute. But in case if you haven't done it, make sure you subscribe to Jim Behringer down there, who's got a lot of articles he's always putting up on X. He's got one about Tom Fitzgerald and the trade market right now. Speaking about teams that I don't think they should be adding, Jim, but they're gonna be adding. The New Jersey Devils, though. They were 1-2 in the last week. They won the Hughes Bowl out of nowhere on Monday.
That's typical Devils, man.
Yeah, and this week,
typical.
And this week they're they scratched Dougie Hamilton. He notches 2 assists on Monday, both on Jesper Bratt goals, and when he comes back into the lineup. But there's also they're trying to trade him right now. For lack of a better way of saying this, are the Devils trying to scapegoat him?
There's a lot of things going on in New Jersey right now. I mean, look, Tom Fitzgerald had a press conference today, roundtable discussion, select media. And look, if you are a fan, I don't know how confident you are in the general manager. But I'm going to say this, like the Devils are doing, and I agree with this comment, like you can't play a player who's healthy and needs to be in the lineup if you don't scratch him for trade related reasons. And you can't say that it's his play, because there are a lot of guys that are worse defensively than him right now. And I'm starting with 43. Too many turnovers, too much bad. You heard what I said last week. I'm going to stay on it. And look, Dougie, yeah, look, okay, you scratch him for a game, comes back 2 assists. You knew Nemec was going to come out because he just had a bad game against Winnipeg. There's a lot of stuff going on. He says it's on him, but he wants to add, I should be the guy to do it. Sheldon and I are in lockstep. You know, where can we find pieces I want to add up front? Depth, but he talks about players growing. It just feels like the Devils just don't have the right direction or a direction at all. See the New York Rangers and Vancouver Canucks, because what are those teams doing right now? Again, a winning streak in the East can turn things around real quick, but it's clear that when Dougie's in the lineup, the Devils are better off than when he's out of the lineup. And if Simone Nemec isn't ready, then maybe he shouldn't be in the lineup. Like, is Nemec your best player, one of your better defensemen, or is he not? Is the team fully healthy, or isn't it? There's just a lot of contradiction going on. And look, Fitz, he's tried his best to add, but there are a lot of things I go back to the last couple of years at the deadline when you have cap space. I love this. I love this. I love this so much. I really love this. But you look at it and you say, okay, they had cap space last year. They had cap space the year before under the old rules, and they didn't take advantage of it. Now you're trying to add something and move out players. And it's really difficult and it's really messy, especially when the language and the way these contracts are worded, 10 specific teams that they can go to, really puts New Jersey in a bind, despite saying, oh, it wasn't an issue to get Quinn Hughes, other assets were. Well, it is and it isn't. And this is just a complete mess. And, you know, it's not looking good right now in New Jersey. And it was so Devils Monday. It was really so Devils.
Yeah. And by the way, speaking about So Devils, how about that room that's right behind you?
Yeah, you like that? That's
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of
a
old
great
stuff.
road.
That's a lot of old stuff. I mean, I'm not.
I need more wrestling stuff on there, Jim.
Sorry. It's on. I gotta move some things around. I have some great wrestling things that have not been put on the wall yet.
Oh man.
Yeah, Anthony. So Monday night, so Devils.
What?
And Monday night was so Devils. That they won that game.
Yeah.
You didn't think they were going to?
Yeah, I thought that with the way they were playing, they were going to lose that game, especially to a really talented Minnesota Wild team. But this is a team that similar to Rangers, there's just kind of like controversy around them, and what's going to happen with the roster, and Dougie Hamilton. I was listening to Elliot Friedman on NHL Network on my way to hockey this morning, and he was talking about Hamilton, and not that this is news, but he was like, yeah, he's definitely going to be traded. It's just a matter of, he's like, I can't pinpoint when. So that's going to be interesting because the $9 million for a couple more years, that's going to be tough. Not a lot of teams can absorb that. So I'm curious to see if maybe he would rethink San Jose if they're still interested, because now that they're actually good, maybe that changes his mind. But we really don't know. I just think Tom Fitzgerald, similar to Drury, I think he kind of fumbled a little bit this summer with his team and evaluating it, and now he's owning it, which is good. I mean, he should own it, but I just don't know how it's.
But he's owned it for the last 3 years, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
At least one general manager is self-aware; the other one is oblivious.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then again, if you own it so much and you don't do anything about it, are you really owning it?
JT Miller.
There you go. So, Phil, what would you do in this situation with Hamilton?
He's got to be out of there as soon as possible. I think that there's too many distractions in that locker room.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing going on with Jack, and then Luke's head is I don't even know where his head is at. I mean, I would love to put those two in front of a sports psychologist or something right now, because they need to get their heads back in place, because I really don't know what's going on with the two of them. But that locker room, there is something there. I don't know if it's necessarily akin to the rot that the Rangers have had over the last season and change. But there is that's why I posted that little meme before that I made, Gabe. It was, so the little pointy Spider-Man thing. But I think that it has to come to a head, and it has to come to a head soon. It has to be before the Olympic break. I think both sides need it. I think both sides want it. I think both sides have apparently wanted it for a while, according to Friedman and others. But it's time. It's time, and it's unfair to Hamilton in a way. But you know what? They say the best ability is availability. And Dougie Hamilton, since that 70-point season, has been unavailable. And he's never there. To use a Cake song, you're never there. Yeah, I won't sing Cake again. Sorry, everybody. If your eardrums just bled and you're scarred for life from that, I'm not responsible, but I promise I won't.
At least you were going the distance with your bit.
Oh, I see what you did there. But I mean, there's another bad mark. No, we're not doing cherry pie, David.
No, we're not.
Not happening. No. I do not have enough alcohol in my system to do that. But yeah, sorry, Rich. But yeah, it's just a matter of getting this done and getting it done now. Like these two sides need to move on. You know what's funny? He rejected San Jose, apparently. I think he'd fit in perfectly with San Jose. And you know what? That would be an addition that could help them get into the playoffs if he's healthy. And that's the key. If he's healthy, those three words. And that just seems to be the issue. You know what? If he was healthy and he was productive, maybe they're not looking at Quinn with the same fervor and desperation that they've been looking at him for the last couple of years or so. Maybe things are different, but here we are. And now this is going to come to a head very soon. I would be shocked if it's not done within the next couple of weeks. I really do.
I think they got to
I
get the appropriate trade partner to do it, though.
Yeah, that's
and they want assets, and they're not gonna dump them. They're just not gonna dump them. Like
that ain't gonna help anybody. That ain't gonna help anybody.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
if
this is true, that's got to be interesting.
In the meantime,
oh
the
yeah,
New York
that's
Rangers-
been true. That's been true for like 2 years now about EP40. 100%.
You know what? That died down after they traded Miller, though. But if
but then it ramped up. But then it ramped up in the offseason again. And even before they traded Miller, he was in with Carolina, Buffalo. They were trying to still move him. The Canucks would pull the same mistake they did with Luongo and Schneider. You watch. They'll do it.
Yeah. And I mean, in the meantime, by the way, the other pipe dream is that you talk about the Devils getting assets for Hamilton. The other pipe dream is like the New York Rangers. They're like, oh, they want to go get a superstar with a controllable contract in their 20s. Why would anybody trade that guy? So
I mean, the Rangers could have got that guy a couple times. They just didn't pull the trigger on it.
No, because they won't. Because they're not.
Oh, I don't blame them. Look at the numbers since that contract. Look at the numbers since that ink dried. I did those last year, and they're scary. And again, JT Miller's not a saint, and he's not a great leader. But was he really wrong about Pettersson?
No.
This is the case where both of them were wrong.
Yeah, both of them are wrong. But I'm talking about guy in your mid-20s, could have had him. Guy plays in Vegas. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I wonder what Dollawall has to say about that. I mean,
it's been great.
The Canucks too, but I want to see what Donnie and Dolly say about this whole thing.
Oh,
and it's just because Dougie Hamilton got an expiration date. Like he's got a half-life that you just like. It takes like 3 years, and then everybody just wants to get him off the team.
I don't know. I mean, he plays well for New Jersey when he's in the lineup. That's the problem.
That's the rest of that sentence is the problem. Yes. It's right there. All right. Well, we still got Jim, guys. We got our mid-season awards coming right up on the other end of this intro. Here's our impulsive reactions.
Calm down. Get a hold of yourself. Doctor, you're one on the phone.
Chill. Simmer down now.
I'm freaking out.
Yeah, because this week we're going to do our mid-season award winners. Make sure you comment with us. Usually we've had some, like, at least some variations on this. There's a lot of agreeing that we got for us on these. And let's go and start with the Calder Trophy. You know what, Mr. LaRocco, go take your victory lap.
Yeah, it's Matthew Schaefer. It's just Matthew Schaefer. What he's done as an 18-year-old, as a defenseman, is just, it's just unheard of. A guy, he's on pace now after his goal as to tie Leach's record of 23 goals. He's the engine that makes the Islanders go. He's never looked out of place. I know before the season started, we talked about, are they going to ease him in? Will he get sent back after 9 games? And he just looks like he's going to be up there with the game's best defenseman. And what's scary is that he's 18 years old. Like when he actually becomes a man, like when he's 23, 24, could you imagine what he's going to be like? He's going to be in that Cale Makar, Quinn Hughes category. He is. He's that good. And yeah, he's winning the Calder. Betting markets have him at -500. That's how much of a runaway they see it as right now.
Yeah, and you guys actually picked Demidov. I picked Jimmy Snuggerud. So who am I to say how smart I am? But
not smart.
I'm going to get back to you on your thoughts on those runners up in a second, Jim. But Phil, you picked Matthew Schaefer. What was your thoughts on him?
Runaway winner. I know Ivan Demidov is leading in points with 39, and he's having an impressive season, but I just don't see the impact on ice that I do with Matthew Schaefer. A shout out to Beckett Seneca, who's having a hell of a year himself, 15 goals, 35 points. But I mean, these are really the three that I look at. Ryan Leonard's having a good year, but not a great year. But it's definitely Schaefer. I don't even think it's it's even close at this point.
This is a runaway for me. On the ice, off the ice, everything about this guy. Now, I'm not even sure if off the ice would really come into a factor on this, but this kid has been set up for success. Hats off to Matthew Darsh and everyone involved. You end up pairing him with just off the ice with Matt Martin, and who has been such a great influence on him. And this kid is just able to just relax. I do think what he went through in his personal life really helped him with the mental fortitude to handle this game. That's well beyond his years. I could rave more about this kid for about 20 minutes like I did last night at the bar. And I'm just going to turn it over to Jim and ask, all right, so if it wasn't for Schaefer, make a case for Demidov or anybody else.
I would think like if Schaefer didn't have the season he's having right now, probably Demidov would probably get it, or it'd be him and Seneca. Like Beckett, Seneca to me would be the two guys right now atop the leaderboard. But if you look at it, you break down the play, like he's still not having a bad season, Ivan Demidov, and I think a lot of Canadians fans thought maybe they were going to go back to back with the Calder Trophy because we saw, what happened with Lane Hudson last year. But right now, if you look at it around the league, the young guy on the island, to me, if you look at it, a lot of people probably be voting for that kid.
Yeah, and you know what? The guy we're not even mentioning this is Jesper Wallstedt.
I mean, that's a good pick too. I mean, again, it's just going to be so tight. Come down. It all depends, right? Like it depends on how many votes they get and where they end up. But I would be shocked if Wallstedt's there in the end with the top three, especially if he continues his play.
Yeah, I mean, he could definitely force his way on there. And the way this rookie class is could be a lot like the 05-06 season where Henrik Lundqvist was fourth in Rookie of the Year voting and ended up being in the
as a runner-up, I think.
Yeah. So I still don't understand that one because I still think he was better than Dion Phaneuf that season, with all due respect to the very good season Dion Phaneuf had. But we go to the Jack Adams Award, Phil, and I think it's about time this guy finally gets this award for real at the end of the year, or we got him for our midseason award, all three of us.
Yeah, John Cooper, Tampa Bay Lightning. With all the injuries that he's in with his players, I don't understand how they are where they are. Like, I get there's a culture there. There's a proven group of winners. But when you lose the type of manpower, man games lost for that John Cooper has lost with his Tampa Bay Lightning roster, you don't understand it. It really is a testament to how great of a coach he is. He's going straight into the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done. I think you agree. Nikita Kucherov with a Herculean effort. I mean, Brendan Hagel has missed games. Darren Radish is having an incredible year out of nowhere. Braden Point has missed games. Anthony Cirelli's missed some games. Victor Hedman has missed a lot of games. And that's a guy that's still one of the better defensemen in the league. You lose a guy like that, the top of your lineup, top of your defense core, man. John Cooper for me, I don't know who I would have necessarily as like a runner-up to him.
I had one guy that's a runner-up, and Anthony's going to smile when I say it. I would actually say Patrick Waugh is a runner-up.
Yeah, I do think that he'll get some serious consideration. I would probably have him either second or third, but I'm going to be honest. I don't think anything is really close to John Cooper right now. I don't. That's no disrespect to Patrick Waugh. I just think that with all, and again, not to say that the Islanders haven't dealt with their own injuries, but I don't think there's a player that the Islanders have lost that has come even close to the impact that Victor Hedman brings to a team. So,
yeah. So, Anthony, why was John Cooper your pick?
I mean, I can't, for every reason Bill said. It's just, for me, it's he's due. He's due for this. The way he's managed the injuries, yeah, it's him. I mean, my runner-up was going to be Todd McClellan because I really like what he's done in Detroit, getting guys out of that team. But yeah, for me, it's Cooper.
Jim, who are some of the guys we might be overlooking in this, or who would be like people you'd put in contention?
I mean, it's so hard to you look at it, right? Like with the Jack Adams, and like we've said it for years with Coop, like he probably should have got it when those Lightning teams were really, really dominant, and he didn't. And it's always an award where you give it to the guy that like turns the team around, and it's kind of unfair. But like Marco Sturm will probably be in consideration for this thing. I would put Jared Bednar in there just because the way Colorado's been playing consistently, like they're playing really well right now. You look around,
regulation losses.
Yeah, I mean it's just ridiculous what they're doing on home ice. Like that team is just really good. I mean, obviously, if Florida gets in, how can you not say it's not Paul Maurice for what he's doing down there?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like with all the injuries they have, how funny would it be like Buffalo gets in, we're saying like Cooper and Lindy Ruff and like Maurice and guys like that. That's your lineup this year for Jack Adams. But again, like I don't want to see like if Cooper gets it this year, it shouldn't be viewed as a lifetime achievement award because he should have got it a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Like let's be honest.
Agreed.
Like he should have got it a lot sooner. And this is what I'm talking about with coaches, that we talked about this in like other places. Like you have a guy, you don't let him go. Like he was in this organization and he grew with the core and he grew with this team, and this is what they are. And it's beautiful to see. And you hope he gets the recognition that he deserves.
Jim, you got a great point with that. And I'm going to relay it to other coaches that were in the news this week in different sports. But you got these coaches that, first, let me mention the guys, we kind of left them for dead. We thought Lindy Ruff or Andrew Burnett were going to be gone well before this. It looks like both of them, not just one of them, both of them might get their teams in the playoffs. Imagine that. But you talk about keeping on and holding on to your coach, because after all, Pittsburgh Steelers just let go of Mike Tomlin after 19 years.
He stepped down.
He stepped down.
Mutual agreement.
Yeah. You don't break up with me, I break up with you is sort of what that came out to. But you think about, and by the way, I just want to just do a quick aside. The Rooney Rule that was fully applied right there, that they brought him in. You figured it was going to be Wisenhunt, and they were so impressed by him. They gave him the job. He's there 2 decades, and he grew with that team. He was there for years. And when you have that stability, because you look at him, like the Detroit Red Wings are a lot like that. The Detroit Red Wings didn't change coaches that often, like the Pittsburgh Steelers. So you need that stability, because then that lets the players know they're not running the room, and there's no way for this guy to go. That's why it would be insane for Tampa Bay to ever let go of John Cooper.
I mean, there's going to come a point where he's probably going to like step down or retire or something like that. Like eventually, like that's going to happen. But right now, like the guys love playing for Coop. They make them better. Like I that's why I like all the talk about John Cooper's getting fired. I'm like, what? I'm like, why would Tampa ever?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I was like, why would they ever do that?
Dude, that guy could get the key to the city of Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
He really could if he wanted to. That's how ingratiated with that community he is. So, like, for anybody talking about him getting fired, I probably have a better chance of dating Ana de Armas, and then that happens.
Yeah. And that's percentages, and
that is a
low.
negative chance right there.
Yeah, that's still low. That's still very low.
I don't know. She would probably find you to be a sweet guy, Filk. Anyway, I got a jolt. Sorry, I gotta get ready to go down to Newark. So
no, it's all good, buddy.
No problem.
Hey, take it easy, guys.
Have fun, Jenny.
Thank you.
Bill Goldberg.
Red Hart, baby, forever.
All right, take it easy, Jim. Thanks for coming on.
Later, buddy.
Anthony with the Mariota song going.
I don't know who's worse, Anthony singing Mariota or you singing the Constant Crossman song.
I always love, nobody should sing Katie Lang, not even Katie Lang. So I guess that's one way to go with that one. But let's go on. We'll go to the Vezina Trophy, where finally we have some discrepancies And Anthony, let's start with you. Who do you have for your Vezina Trophy winner?
I'm going Ilya Sorokin. He's been the backbone of the team. I know Riddick held down the fort when he was out. But you guys saw that Mike Kelly tweet I sent you a couple of days ago in the group chat, and that was really eye-opening for me. I mean, in terms of like our underlying numbers and advanced metrics, quality starts per outing and games stolen, and he's at the leaderboard for each and every one. And I just think most nights, I know last night he was just okay, but he's one of the best players on the ice. And when you filter out guys who've only started less than 20 games, he's right up there with save percentage, conventional stat. So for me, it's Sorokin. There are other guys. I mean, Logan Thompson is very much in contention. I think Logan Thompson he'd probably be my runner-up. The Avalanche goalies, I mean, Blackwood doesn't have a lot of starts. Wedgwood does. He's played.
Wedgwood, yeah.
He's played the games, but
yeah.
I mean, not taking anything away from him, but the wins, he's on a team like the Avalanche. Don't get me wrong, he's having a really good year. He is. He really is. But
the other line numbers are also really good.
For me, I think there's stuff that goes beyond like the little things and behind the stuff that just kind of the obvious stats. So for me, I'm going with Sorokin.
Yeah. I don't think he would win it if the Islanders miss the playoffs. I don't think the Islanders are going to miss the playoffs, provided there's no crazy crash out there. But
I'm trying to think. I think the last goalie to win the Vezina on a team that missed the playoffs was Bobrovsky in Columbus the first time.
2013, yeah, I believe. But it was a shortened season. And the last Norris winner before Erik Karlsson in that 100-point season, the last Norris winner to win it on a non-playoff team was Adam Fox in 2021. But again, shortened season. So
we'll go with your Vezina winner, Phil.
Andre Vasilevsky at Tampa Bay Lightning. The only reason why I wouldn't say Ilya Sorokin, who would be my number 2 right now, was the fact that, like Anthony said, David Riddick came in and has produced similar numbers behind the same team. Very similar numbers.
No.
So, is it a team thing? Is it a him thing? Listen, David Riddick has been really good for them. I've been advocating for them to trade him as he would be one of the best goaltenders available if he was made on the team. So I really do think that Ilya Sorokin is right there, but because of the fact that Riddick came in and was able to produce similar numbers, that's part of the reason I give it to Vasilevsky. Not only that, but Vasilevsky has been playing without Victor Hedman for most of this year. He's missed over half the season. And JJ Moser's been great. JJ Moser got that contract extension for very good reasons. But JJ Moser is not Victor Hedman. And I'm sorry, when you lose a defenseman like that, who is your number one guy, who logs over 23, 24 minutes a game, who plays in all situations, he's top line penalty kill, top line power play, playing against everybody's top forwards, then also plays with your top forwards and helps get them the puck. He helps Nikita Kucherov's life, making it a little easier. I would love to see what Nikita Kucherov's numbers would look like if Hedman was in the lineup. Got to remember, he's not even top 3 right now in scoring. Macklin Celebrini is number 3. So I would love to see what Kucherov's numbers would look like with Hedman in the lineup to help get the puck up the ice. So, I got to go with Vasilevsky. I mean, he's the big cat for a reason, man. I think he might win his second Vezina.
I thought about this long and hard, and then I realized I don't even have to think about this. I'm going with the best Russian goalie in New York, and it's the one in Elmont. So since he removed changed the goaltender coach, I should say, he's been the best goalie in the league. Sure, he's had a couple of rough games. Last night was kind of a little bit rough. But you know what? You can't argue with what Ilya Sorokin's done. And he's been everything Anthony keeps talking about. And at the beginning of the year, I'm like, we know he's good, but is he ever going to really prove it? think he's proven it this year. I think I got to get on the Ilya train right now and just say, all right, let's do this.
All right, let's be real.
Let's not go that far about it being a scrub.
Let's relax. I know I'm the guy that usually starts up the contract talk, but he's not a scrub.
No.
He's great. He's not the greatest thing since sliced bread.
He's not the best Ranger goalie in the last 10 years.
Million, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So let's move on. Let's go to the Norris Trophy, where once again we're all in agreement. And Phil, take this one away.
Sorry. I'm gonna go Cale Makar. Sorry.
We're all going Cale Makar.
I just who else stands out? And we talked about non-playoff teams before. Zach Werenski's not going to get that Norris Trophy, and I love Werenski. I think he's great. He's amazing, but unless they feel that they don't want to give it to a repeat winner, then I see no other way that Cale Makar doesn't get it. Aside from Werenski, who's close? Who's close?
Nobody.
Right now? Fox would have been had he not gotten hurt.
Yeah, the season he was having.
Yossi's not having the greatest year.
But he's starting to heat up.
He's starting to heat up, but I just don't see it right now. I'm sorry, I have to step away for a second.
No problem. So I'll fill in the blanks right here. Yeah, it's Cale Makar. And look, this is why I talk about that they don't need to force a Cale Makar award to him in years that I don't think he should win it. Like, say, for instance, I would argue Zach Werenski should have at least been in more consideration, at least, if not the winner last year, given what he's gone through. But you can't argue with what Cale Makar's done this year. He's on cruise control. And that's part of what's so good about him right now. And, it's honestly, I don't mean to sound like I'm completely infatuated with a player, but I mean, I put Matthew Schaefer as a finalist right now for the North.
I probably would have him. He's at least in the top 5 in voting.
I mean, I'll tell you one guy who sometimes I get people that say, "Oh, what about Lane Hudson and what about Evan Bouchard?" You got to have something on the other end. No.
Matthew Schaefer is already better than Lane Hudson ever could be defensively. I'm sorry.
Right.
Hudson's a great puck mover, but his play in his zone is not that great. And I'll tell you right now, Matthew Schaefer at his age compared to Lane Hudson at his, man, I'm taking Schaefer 10 out of 10 times over Hudson. Not even thinking about it.
Well, let's move on to the last one. I know we got Anthony coming right back in a minute, but we're all in agreement. It's Cale Makar, and I'm not even sure who's, like we said before, who's second. But last one for the MVP, and again, usually we have different guys we've mentioned for all this. All of us are in agreement on this one again, and I'll start it off because when your team has a negative 19 goal differential and they're in a playoff position because of how good you're playing, it's Macklin Celebrini of the San Jose Sharks.
Yeah.
This kid is 2 years removed from being drafted. His second year in the league. He is already one of the best players in the league. It is amazing what he is doing right now. I would try to talk about him and give an objective analysis, but I'm going to run out of superlatives. So Phil, you go right ahead. Because you don't run out of them when you talk about Macklin Celebrini.
I mean, this kid's a human highlight reel. Like I talk about, McDavid, and McDavid does something every night that absolutely floors you and blows your mind. Macklin Celebrini is the same way. He is one of my absolute favorite players in the league to watch outside of, the Rangers. I tell you right now, I don't know of anyone that's impacting his team more single-handedly than Celebrini is. And to go through the numbers with the Sharks and just look at Celebrini and what he means to their offense. So total points that this team has scored, 383. Celebrini has 70 out of 383 points. That's insane, dude. That's insane. So to do the numbers real quick here, and that's like 5.5% of their total offense.
Now, by the way,
out of
5.5% of their total points.
Yeah,
you go from goals scored. The goals that they scored is 143. He's got 70 points on those 143 goals.
Yeah, he's got 70 points. He's got half of the points on their goals. So that's like 50%. He's factoring into 50% of their total goals.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And then for not only that, but out of the 141 goals that they have scored, he's got 24. So that's 5.875 of their total goals. And that's a second-year player. And not only that, but he's the only player on that team that has more than 15 goals. And he has 24. Wenberg is 10, who's having probably a career year. He's going to break his career high. Tyler Toffoli has 13. I mean, Will Smith has 12 that he's missed. Not only that, but Will Smith has missed time. Their second best offensive player has missed 12 games. Think about what he's doing. Just think about what he's doing right now. It's nuts, man. It's nuts. How is he not the MVP? I want to hear the arguments for McDavid and McKinnon because I don't think there's an argument that holds up against Macklin Celebrini.
You look at just, again, I'll just say the eye test for both of them, but the eye test works in Celebrini's favor too because he's not playing with a generational talent. Not on any level. And he's got a team that they're trying to figure it out and grow as a team right now. Phil, it is amazing what he's doing. And yeah, Connor Bedard, I think, would have given him a run for his money had he not gotten injured. And now that he's back. But it's right now, for me, it's the MVP is Celebrini to lose. And we'll see. He's got 42 more games.
He's going to score over 100 points in his second year. And all right. So right now he's got 70 and 45 games, 70 and 45 games is a 1.555556, points per game over 82. You know what that paces out for over 82 games? 120 points. He fucking on pace for 128 points in his second year. That might be the biggest first to second year jump out of any top scorer in the history of the NHL. Not even Wayne Gretzky had that big of a jump, who went from 138, I think, in his very first year to 171, I think it was, or 160. What was Gretzky's second year was in the 160s, right? Yeah, 137 to 164. I was a little off on my numbers, but yeah,
Phil, there's one last thing we haven't talked about with him, which is other teams are not only keying on him because they have to, but he's really the matchup guy that they use to shut down the other team's guys. When
I told you that he was one of the most well-rounded prospects I've ever seen at that age, I meant it. He reminds me so much of Crosby and Yzerman in the way that he plays. And I'm talking mid-90s Yzerman when Bowman started to tinker with his offensive game a little bit. When you still saw flashes of that 130-point Yzerman, where he was like, okay, you know what? I understand I have to play defense now in order to win and get to that next level. But Crosby never sacrificed any type of offense to get to that level. Yzerman did in the middle of the dead puck era and won a Selke as a point-per-game player in 2000. But Celebrini, I could see him winning a Selke one day. I could. Once Barkov, once he starts to fall off, what's his competition going to be? Nick Suzuki? Okay, great
Which,
player.
by the
great
way,
two-way player.
but by the way, who is your, if we did a Selkie, who would be your Selkie winner?
Nick Suzuki.
There we go.
It would have been Nick Suzuki. I mean, the way he's playing this year is great. Sidney Crosby, listen, if his plus minus was a little better, because I think he's an even this year, Sidney Crosby, which is crazy considering that Pittsburgh has had their fair share of goaltending and defensive problems. He's even, and he's over a point per game. I would personally love to give it to Crosby because I think that Crosby for years has been one of the best all-around players, if not the best all-around player in the league. I know Barkov gets the shine as the defensive center, but Crosby is just that much better offensively. So for me, I would think that Crosby would get it if the plus minus was better. They're not going to give it to a guy that's an even. So,
well, we got a lot more that we got to break down, and I guess before I forget to mention, I'm trying to pull up the picture. I did not load the picture right now, but congratulations to the K-Stars as we pulled off the championship last Sunday.
Yeah, buddy.
And a sweet little assist for, I believe, what ended up being the championship winning goal. Nope, it wasn't. We only let him. We let in one, I think. So it wasn't it. So, but still, sweet little assist by yours truly. But great goaltending from one of our listeners, Mr. David Keith Ortiz. But that's right. That's right. You were the game winner. You were the game, and it was a rip, Tommy. It was an absolute rip.
Oh, Tommy putting the muscle behind the puck, buddy. Where was that roller, bud?
It was a little bit of it was sent in with authority. But guys, we got two of us right now. Let's go on to our NHL bar talk.
Let's kick it into high pace. Grab your mates, it's time to unlock NHL bar talk.
Layup, get the damn hoop.
We go shot here.
The easiest I've heard to answer.
I'm actually gonna go crazy. I'm gonna buy everybody around.
We're all in this game, let the good times shake.
Yeah, it's a shame that we don't have two of them right now, but still, everybody, welcome back to Big Apple Hockey's Bar Talk, where we're gauging our confidence on NHL topics based on our choice of drink. So confident that you're buying around, so have a beer. Oh, God, I need a shot. Put it all down in the comments below. Sometimes you just need a hug as well, but I know somebody that needs one later. So remember, Ed, always, I keep mentioning this, go over to Boss Croakers for 40-cent wing Wednesdays, $2 tacos, $4 Millers, and Yinglings.
Tommy, when I get back, we're gonna have to take a trip over, and you're gonna have to bring your brother too.
Nice, because I know one guy that's there 4 days a week. But Filk, let's look. I know that 10-goal game is really going to skew things a little bit, but let's look at Jonathan Quick.
Yeah, right about that.
A shutout. 2.80 goals against and 898 save percentage. But you look at this goalie market for trades, very, very thin. The Rangers' Jonathan Quick is the top goalie on the trade market.
Beer, because I don't know if he is on the trade market. I don't know if he wants to get dealt. He's from this area. He wanted to be a Ranger. I think he wanted to finish his career close to home. I don't know if he's on the market. And if he goes on the market, what about David Riddick? I mean, the year that he's having, I think the Islanders could get a ton for him. In relevance to what a backup goalie would get, I think they could get a lot for him because goalie trades are always tricky. But I think that I don't know if he's necessarily on the market, and I don't know. I mean, James might be right. There might be. I mean, David Riddick. Who else would be available? Really?
I mean, could Elvis Brzlikins finally be available? I
think I'd rather go with Quick.
It's still slim pickings out there. That's why I'm going to say if he's available, I gotta go beer, and I can't go higher. I want to go to round. He'd probably be the best one out there. See, but I don't think one of those guys would go. I think they're gonna go with both of them. For
you know
insurance
what?
when it comes to that.
Here's the thing. Do they want to do what they did in 2002 and then have Kemper and 2022, sorry. Would they really want to go with like a 1A, 1B? I mean, I don't know. Listen, Tommy, I think you might be right about Riddick, but he's one of those pieces you could move and get a decent return for him. And I know depth is important in playoff time because look at the 94 Rangers. They had to go back and forth between Richter and Healy because Keenan wanted to play musical chairs and pissed the both of them off. But
but he only really did that just to take him off. He was going to play Richter the entire time. If not
no,
that.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, what happens if one of them goes down? Oh,
yeah, but that's why you would keep Riddick. That's why I don't think.
I understand that, but here's the thing: if you want to move an asset that can get you assets without mortgaging your future, like you could go move Riddick for something.
I got to tell you this. You see that goal Tristan Jarry allowed last night? The game?
Woof.
And there are those people that still think that, Edmonton, they're doing well. I don't know about that because they still got goalie issues. You got rid of Stuart Skinner, and yet you got a goalie that's never won a playoff series. And a matter of fact, he had the game-winning assist on Josh Bailey's game winner in Game 5. So that was incredible. And Anthony, the question,
you're not wrong here, Tommy.
No, because Tristan Jarry wishes he could be Stuart Skinner. Anthony, Jonathan Quick would be the best goalie on the trade market if he's available.
Trying to think what other goalies are really out there. I think he's a veteran that has been there before, so I get the value there. But how good is Quick really right now at this point? Beer, maybe. I would say.
All right. Yeah, because that's kind of where we're all at with him. So let's move on to our next topic. And you look at what the Islanders have done. Their premier defense pairing for years, Pollock and Pelech. Well, they're kind of having a bit of a renaissance. You look at them right now, both players are a +9. Take what you will out of +-, but this is where it actually does fit. And Pollock's got 20 points this season. That's second among Islander defensemen. So Anthony, Adam Pelech, and Ryan Pollock returning to form has eliminated Darsh's need to add another defenseman.
They've been fabulous, but I'm going to actually go shot because it's, right now with Romanov out, it's been a revolving door. So they did Travis Mitchell for 8 games, which honestly he looked solid, but then he would have lost his waiver exemption status if he played the 9th game. So they sent him down. And they brought up Marshall Warren, who had 2 games prior to that. And he's actually he looks good. I think he's gonna have a career in the NHL, but he's not ready yet. So then they sent him back down, and now they have Cole McWard up with the team, and he's just like a journeyman. Played a couple of games with the Canucks. He's and now he's being scratched, and they're playing Adam Boquist, which, mind you, they played all 3 of these guys over Boquist. So the point is they need another defenseman. So it would have been Isaiah George, but he's been hurt this season. So I think eventually he's gonna get a look now that he's back. He scored a goal in his first game back, picked up an assist. He's the most NHL ready D they have down there. So maybe he gets a call at some point. But yeah, they need another defenseman to help out Pelech, Pollock, and Schaefer because Mayfield's okay. He's what he is, and Tony D. Kind of similar thing. He's been okay. He's been good for them offensively. He moves the puck, but makes too many mistakes and is not really great in his own end. So yeah, they need another D to round out their group.
Phil, so what do you think?
I'm going to refer to this comment right here from James. Like you can never have too much depth back there. Teams are always looking to add right shot defensemen too. That's like a super valuable commodity come playoff time and trade deadline time. So yeah, I'm gonna go shot here, and this is like a shot hoop for me. Like I would, definitely get the hoop in the shot regard, because how are you going to go to war when some of your options are, like Anthony said, Adam Boquist? They played 3 different guys who were like replacement level players over him. That shows you what they think about him. Tony DeAngelo can't defend his way out of a wet paper bag. I mean, and the scoring is really not there anymore. So you got to wonder how long he's going to be around in the NHL for. Because unless he nails down number 1 power play unit minutes and he starts producing the way he did in 2020, I don't see how he sticks in the NHL with the way he plays defense. And then, I mean, they need other. Obviously, you would like to get somebody that can replace Romanov, and maybe even possibly move Romanov down the lineup when Romanov comes back. But that's going to require a deal that may mortgage some of your future. But if you're getting a guy with term, I do think that Matthew Darche would be open to that. I don't see him doing it for a rental. I don't see him doing it for somebody who has maybe 1 year left. But if you got a guy that's got like 2+ years left of term after this season that could fit into their future plans, then I do believe that Matthew Darche would pull the trigger on something like that, depending on what the ask is. So for me, this is definitely a shot layup.
Yeah, I got to go shot too. And again, the reason why is, and it's close to a layup that it is. It's just it removes a priority. That's what it comes down to. You can probably maybe get Aitchison in there. Maybe he can provide a spark for them. No, don't trade him. Susie. That's where it's like. I argued for years, for a while, that if the Rangers traded Kevin Hayes to the Islanders for Josh Bailey,
crash out from Tommy.
Mark, Aitchison's playing in junior hockey. He can't play for them this year and give them.
No, he can't play for them in the playoffs.
I know college guys can. I don't think a junior guy can.
Oh,
I mean, I think did he sign an ELC?
No, he hasn't signed his ELC yet. No,
I think if he signs an ELC, he can join in the. They would have to designate him, but it would have to be signed before, I think, the playoffs begin or the trade deadline or something.
See, so, I'm sorry, this is one of those CBA.
I would have to ask Steven.
That's why I'm like, if after the junior season ends, I think there's a different rules, but that's a different story at the moment. All right. Guys, we're just going to skip over the Metro Division. We really don't have a good topic.
The reason why I'm going to say no, because you know, like once a guy, so for instance, if you have a guy that plays junior hockey and you send them back to junior after the 9-game limit, they can't come back after. So that's why I tend to think once you play in junior, you can't play in the NHL that season. But I might be wrong. It would make sense being that how they have that rule.
Well, because they are trying to protect the junior product, but the thing is, once the season's over, I'm not sure if it matters anymore.
Yeah, I get that's the thing we'd have to figure out. I don't know.
Yeah, that's where the hard part is. All right, but guys, we're gonna skip over the Metro Division, even though we just covered 2 teams in that. But let's go to the Red Wings. They finally honored Sergei Fedorov and retired as number 91. You look at his numbers right there: 4th in goals, 7th in assists, 6th in points over 13 years, all-time ranks with the Red Wings. Now, there was a contentious exit, we'll say it like that, and Fedorov was sort of kind of in limbo the rest of his career. So, Anthony, if Sergei Fedorov never left Detroit, he would have retired a top 4 Detroit Red Wing.
I mean, what do you mean? Because I have him as a top 4 Red Wing, even though he did leave. So what do you mean?
Okay, I think your answer's around right there then.
then yeah, I mean, I know he went to Anaheim. He had a couple T in Washington, and didn't he end in Columbus? If my memory serves.
No,
he ended in Columbus, then Washington.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
So
Washington.
Either way, I think I still put him. And you obviously you have Howe, you have Yzerman. After Howe and Yzerman, I there's Alex DeVecchio. I know obviously he was very good. But and Datsuk, Zetterberg. So I mean, it is. I guess you can make an argument that it's close, but maybe I'm biased. I love Fedorov. I love how he played. I love the skates. So for me, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say it's a round.
Phil, you think it's a round or less than that?
Beer, because I think we're overlooking some players. So you're obviously not gonna put him ahead of Gordy because Gordy's the greatest Red Wing of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 2 is likely Yzerman.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Number 3 for sure is Lidstrom. Now, here's the debate.
I was going to say, you didn't say Lidstrom, Anthony.
I was thinking the forwards, and I didn't think of Lidstrom for sure.
Yeah, Lidstrom's 3. But here's somebody else you didn't think of, Anthony. Terry Sawchuk. Yeah, Terry Sawchuk's name has got to be on this list. I mean, he was the all-time leader, and I know he didn't finish Detroit. He was the all-time leader in wins and shutouts. He was basically the goaltending standard before Patrick Waugh. And he won a Calder. He won 3 Vezina trophies with Detroit. He won another with Toronto. But he's still Detroit's all-time leader, I believe, in wins. I think he's the all-time leader in goals against and save percentage as well. I'd have to check that. But I mean, I look at Terry Sawchuk, and I can make a case for Terry Sawchuk over Sergei Fedorov, and a damn good one. I mean, Sergei Fedorov had that amazing 1994 season where he became the first player to score 50 goals and win the Selke and the Hart in the same season. That 56-goal, 120-point season in 94. And then he became the other. You know what? Hold on. And I love Pavel Datsyuk, and everybody knows this. But I will tell you right now. Oh, we got him. He got him. But Datsyuk had the 3 Selke trophies, and he won 2 Stanley Cups. Fedorov won 3 cups with Detroit. He had 2 different Conn Smythe-worthy performances, but didn't win it. And I'll tell you right now, I think Fedorov had the greater impact at his time. If you look at because Datsyuk only in 2 seasons where he was like a top 5-10 scorer. I guess you could say the same for Fedorov, but Fedorov won an MVP. And Fedorov probably had one of the greatest single seasons we've ever seen in 94. Datsyuk, incredible back-to-back years, 97 points and Selke. But, I mean, Fedorov also actually played the defensive position for a little bit, which a lot of people don't remember. But I love Datsyuk. I think he's the greater highlight reel. But I think Fedorov had the better career as a Red Wing.
Yeah, as a career as a Red Wing, I got to go Fedorov over him. The hard part is now if he never left. That's the key thing. Because he's still Ted Lindsay was a Red Wing too. So that's another one. I mean, you got a lot of great players. You got a lot of great players that went through the Red Wings, but my gut tells me I'm going to go Beer. It's hard to dethrone those 3 guys. Yzerman, who, as you said before, Fedorov won the MVP. Yzerman didn't. Fedorov was the guy that was so courted by Carolina that they tried the poison pill a contract. So, but Yzerman is Detroit. So that's where the hard part is on that. Lidstrom is Detroit too. And Lidstrom is arguably among the greatest defensemen ever to play in the very short list. He's easily top.
Oh,
three
he's top 5 for sure.
Oh, top 5 for sure. But I mean, top 3. Even I've gone so far. I've said I'll take him too. So, Joe Graves, that's a good one. But Datsuk was right there. But Datsuk was like baby Fedorov. People forget Fedorov was Datsuk before Datsuk was Datsuk. So, he did so many great things. Look, Sergei Fedorov is, to me, arguably speaking about which, the best two-way forward of all time. So I can only go beer on it. I can't go any higher. Now, guys, somebody correct me if I'm wrong on this, but St. Louis, Jim Montgomery tries to pull Jordan Binnington last week. Binnington refused to come to the bench, and Joel Hofer, he's looking around for him. He's hiding in the alleyway behind him and was unavailable.
That
we got
hilarious.
our right?
That was hilarious.
Yeah. So,
set out.
yeah. So, in any event, Phil, I'll start with you. Joel Hofer is the one that looks the worst in this situation.
Somewhere between a beer and a round.
Gotta
pick
pick
it's
one.
Not a good look. It's also not a good look to leave getting as long as they did. I mean, there's no owner's box like just above the players' bench now, like there was in Montreal in '95, in December of '95. But yeah, this is not a good look for Hofer. You know what? Screw it. I'll go around. Like what? Like I get you don't want to come in, but like you help your boy out, man. Help your boy out. That doesn't look good on him for all, because now the fans are going to see that. What do you think the fans are going to say about it? And then the media, that's going to become a thing for a while. So by doing that, now you just added a major distraction to a team that it just. All right, yeah, sure. All right, fine. Binnington is a loose cannon. We get it. He's the Brian Pillman of the NHL for all the wrestling fans out there. I'll make the reference, but you just bring so much more on you by doing what he did. And I really think if he just would have went in, it would have just been between Binnington and Montgomery, and that could have been something that could have been quelled real easily. Like I do think that they could have quelled that a lot easier than this, honestly. But man, he does not look good there.
Anthony, is Hofer the one that comes out looking the worst out of this?
I actually thought it was hysterical. No,
it's still funny. It's just one of those.
I thought I read
that's really not that funny.
I thought after I read that after the game that clip was a little deceiving, because when that was all going on, Hofer was just in the locker room watching the game, and that shot of Hofer peeking around the corner was later after that, which made the situation look like he was hiding, and Montgomery said that wasn't the case. So that's why I honestly I really don't think Hofer looked bad. I think it was kind of piecemeal together to make it look like that, but that's not actually what happened. So I'm gonna go shot.
Okay. I'm gonna go shot first for you. Take that off. Go right back on there and put it for me. Hofer looks bad. Look, he looks bad. Binnington never came to the bench. That's another bad thing. Guy looks worse than this. Jim Montgomery looks like nobody respects him or anything. You still couldn't go have the goalie go get the goalie. Go get him. He's in the locker room. I understand some of the stadiums and arenas, they might be a little bit old. The United Center isn't like 70 years old. It's like 30 years old. No, just go get your goalie, go get him in, and you tell the guy to go get in there. It's almost the opposite of what happened with Markstrom last week, where he's skating to the bench going, "You're going to pull me now, right? Oh, wait, I'm staying in for all 9. Are you kidding me?" And again, it's you got to know your teammate has your back. That is the number one thing. And sometimes they just If you don't feel like your teammates got your back, then that's it. Anthony, there are 3 players in NHL history that have scored 1,162 points before their 29th birthday. One is Connor McDavid. There you go. Can you name the other 2 that have more than him?
The Magnificent One.
That's one.
And Wayne Gretzky.
That's correct. So yeah, Mario Lemieux and Connor McDavid. That's the only thing that separates them. So Connor McDavid right now, you look at this, 1,162 points. Now he's got 1 calendar year to get this done.
He's got 1164 right now.
1164. Sorry, because he had 2 last night.
He had 2 last night. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
To retake the scoring lead, by the way.
Connor McDavid will score his 1,300th point before his 30th birthday.
So how much is that? 100 and
he needs 136.
I mean, 100 points next year, and then round.
Okay.
That's not even round.
I mean,
well,
not that many games.
Again, remember, it's not before the end of the season. It's before January 13th.
Yeah, it's January 13th next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he could probably still rattle up another 40. Yeah, no, I'm still gonna say round.
Yeah. That's amazing. And again, I love how Anthony's confidence was, oh, really? Yeah, it's the same thing.
I think my head might actually. That's
so. Yeah, Phil, is he going to get 136 the next calendar year?
All right. So the pace that he's scoring at right now to do the numbers, I believe it's 82 in 47, which is absurd, but nothing new for McDavid. So I can't even ooh and ah at that. He's scoring at 143 pace right now, 143 point pace. So let's just say he ends this year with 143 points. So that's another 61 points. And that would be 1207. So yeah, it'd be 1227 actually, sorry. 1227 he would be at, and he would need only another 80 points. No, not even 80 points. You know what? Ooh, that's close. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to go bold. I'm going to say round.
Yeah.
You know what? He can do it. He can do it. I mean, yeah, he would be having a career year if he didn't generously give the league a 1-month head start. And this isn't the only year that he's done that, where he's just turned up the volume from 0 to 10 and out of nowhere. So yeah. I think it's very possible. I think it would be close, just because I do wonder about him starting October pedestrian again. And I mean pedestrian for him. Pedestrian for him is a point per game even. That's very pedestrian for Connor McDavid. So
yeah, and that's the thing. I think even if he comes up short, not even comes up short, if he's a little bit short, Connor McDavid's one of the most motivated athletes I've seen since Michael Jordan. And I mean this with all sincerity to a lot of other athletes, because he had the 56 game shortened season, and the motivation was to get to 100 points. Bam, he does.
And he did it.
They wanted to prove he could lead the league in goals. Bam, he scores 60. 65, I think it was.
64. No, it was 65.
Okay. I mean, you're the McDavid expert, so
no,
I figured that right
it was
there.
64. It was 64 and 153 points. He was the last
Okay.
player to win the offensive triple crown since Mario Lemieux in '96.
Yeah. Can he average? Can he get 100 assists in a season? Bam, he does it. The only thing this guy has not done is the Stanley Cup. So it would not surprise me if Connor McDavid just ripped it off and made sure he could get to 1,300 points by his 30th birthday, which would put him 700 points away from 2,000, which is ridiculous.
I was going to say,
think about it.
This shouldn't even be the discussion. The discussion should be, can he get 2,000 points? I think he can, and I think he will.
I don't think that's a question. It's almost the way like Anthony kind of looked over at us with a, yeah, well, yeah, okay, I'm gonna stay around. So that's sort of the way that went, and yeah, I do think he's gonna easily get to 2,000. I wouldn't be surprised if he got a little bit further than that. Guys, let's maybe even like 2,100, maybe even 2,200. That's
wow.
ridiculous.
That'd be insane.
That's just insane to even think about. That you could actually have a guy with 2,000 points and near Gretzky. Then I definitely have to rethink where I put him on the all-time list. Because right now I don't have McDavid top 10 all-time, but that's because his career is still going and the other guys aren't, and they're all finished and they played in different eras.
By the way, I think I'm gonna take Informer over Chris Drury, Anthony.
Oh, what was the comment?
Anthony's thing says Drury or Snow.
Yeah.
So I'll take it. I'll take Informer over Chris Drury.
I do like what two cats said
down.
That's still a bizarre song. Anyway, guys, let's do some pickups.
I've got a gut feeling.
You want me to do two things? Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man. Now shoot!
All right. And the Big Apple Hockey Pick'ems, we're going to give a couple choices, and you got to pick. That's simple. So let's go with this. Worst loss. We'll start with Phil Q on this one. Worst loss, the Rangers 10-2 loss to the Bruins or the Devils 9-0 loss to the Islanders?
I know the score disparity is 1 goal, and then the Devils got shut out. I'm going to say the Rangers just because I don't think that this sent the message that it should have sent. I think the Devils, it's going to prompt them to do something, and Dougie Hamilton's going to get moved. And I got to go with the Rangers. I just, not only that, but the Rangers follow that up with that awful final 40 minutes against Seattle. The Devils followed that up, and they lost 4-1 to Pittsburgh, who's actually playing well. Pittsburgh, if you ask me, Pittsburgh's a better team than Seattle. So, yeah, not only that, but the Devils actually outshot the Islanders in that game. Ilya Sorokin was good when he was tested in that game. The Rangers got absolutely trounced. Like that 9-0 number could have been a lot closer to like 9-6 or 9-7 if Ilya Sorokin wasn't on his game. So, I think the Rangers are far more pathetic.
Yeah. Anthony?
Yeah, I'm going to go. I recognize that the Devils didn't score a goal and the Rangers scored 2, but yeah, the Devils almost, like that comment there from Rankin Pick, the Devils almost put up 50 shots on goal. I think they had like 45 shots. And, they actually generated a lot of chances. The Rangers, after that 2-0, after they went up 1-0, they were just nowhere to be found. They were just abysmal. So yeah, I'm gonna say it's the Rangers.
It's the Rangers. It's how do you go up 1-0? Jonathan Quick, what's lost in that game is on the third goal, that the one that they went to video review for. He kept the first puck out of the net. Let's go with that in quotes. And then he makes an outstanding save where my wife screamed when she saw that save. She just went, "Oh my God, are you kidding me? That's ridiculous." But you go against a guy that gets 2 hat tricks, a team that gets 2 players with hat tricks in the game. One of them was a 4-goal game. And just it's the Rangers. And they just looked worse and worse as the moments went on in that game. Anthony, let's go to you for this one. They are very tight in the heart and the Art Ross Trophy race. And a little bit in the heart, too. But who will win the Art Ross Trophy? McDavid or McKinnon?
McDavid's up by him by 1 point. He's kind of a toss-up. I'll say McDavid.
All right. Phil, who do you think is going to win it?
This is tough because McDavid is always like my pick for this. I think McKinnon is having a much better goal scoring season, but Connor McDavid has obviously shown that when he just wants to shoot, he can shoot and score the best of them. But I'm going to go with McDavid just because, and I know that McCarr is on that Colorado power play, but the guy that really is with McKinnon is Marty Necas. But if McDavid has a Robin to his Batman, it's Leon Draisaitl, and the disparity between Leon Draisaitl and Martin Necas is what probably puts it over the top for me. Bouchard's a very good point producer, great on the power play with those guys too. So he's no slouch. That's a guy that could put up 80+ points himself on the back end. He's no Cale Makar, obviously, but I'm gonna go with McDavid. I mean, there's really no wrong answer here, but I'm just gonna I'll take the homer vote and go McDavid.
All right. This is a tough one because you talk about the 2 motivated players in the league. It's Connor McDavid and Nathan McKinnon. And I don't think McKinnon's going to let this one go right away. I'll go McDavid because I also think McDavid's going to have to. I think the Oilers are going to need him to keep that offense rolling and just keep it going because they're not going to be able to keep the puck out of the net. So they're going to need to score. It's that simple. I think you can take the pressure off of McKinnon because their goaltending is better. Their defensive structure is better. With all due respect to Chris Knobloch, their coaching is better, but they're and of course you have Makar back there, but no, it's I think they're going to need to keep that offense rolling as best they can. Anthony, let's go back to you for this one. Which team is having a worse President Trophy follow-up season? The 2024 Rangers or the 2025 Jets?
I'm gonna say the Jets, but I mean they have won 3 or 4 in a row right now, and with their talent, Hellebuck in goal and Shifley and Connor are both in the top 10 in scoring, and Velarde, Morrissey, they still got a really good team. So I wouldn't actually count them out yet, as crazy that is. But yeah, I will say the Jets just because, not that you would think the Rangers would have had a bad year after, but I would have never thought the Jets would have been in the basement after the year they had last year.
It's still unbelievable that both these teams are struggling after winning a President's Trophy. Filk?
The Rangers, because of all the off-ice distractions and all that other garbage that went on behind it. Not only that, but the Jets lost Nikolai Ehlers. And that guy's a possession monster. You knew that you were losing a legitimate top 6 forward that's capable of 25+ goals and 60+ points. And that sucks for them. They've also had injuries to Connor Hellebuck. You lose the best goaltender in the league. That's really going to hurt you, especially a guy that, in the regular season is as great as we've had anytime recently. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Rangers just because the pieces were still there and they got into all that melodrama and all that other nonsense behind the scenes in the locker room. And, that whole season was basically kind of screwed up from the start. Chris Kreider decided to have a old Chris Kreider season, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
But it's just that you can't have that type of stuff and expect to win. The Jets really have been decimated by injuries and a lack of depth, and that's really on their management for not getting anyone to be able to replace Nikolai Ehlers. Pickings were slim, but you had to go do something, and their answer to that was Jonathan Taves. Like, really? Did you really think you were going to replace Nikolai Ehlers with a guy that hasn't played in like 3 years, that's on the, in the twilight of his career anyway, coming back from an illness? I just, listen, if that was your fourth line center, okay. But whether or not it was their answer to Nikolai Ehlers, you did nothing to replace Ehlers. That's the only thing they did. So, yeah, it's definitely the Rangers for me.
I got to go with the Rangers as well, because at least you could blame Hellebuck's injury as one of those things.
Yeah.
And there was a feel-good story of Taves coming back, but he's been a shadow of what he used to be. I don't think Scotty Arnell is on the hot seat, and it was clear that that Peter Laviolette lost the room. So that's not necessarily the case. This is bad, though. This is both teams have been very bad, but Jets still got their guys. So, and their guys are trying to perform. The only thing I didn't see is Mark Scheifele go off since Team Canada didn't name him to the team. So, waiting for that. But hopefully, we're going to see a better Winnipeg Jets for the rest of the season. And I still think they're. I had the video up that the Ottawa Senators were the most dangerous of the last place teams. It is the Jets, and it's all the contingent on help.
Why I said the Jets.
If he gets help, that's why he gets help. So, Filk, which player made a brief stop that's more forgettable? Now, we know Mikko Rantanen went to the Carolina Hurricanes. So I asked this, the more forgettable stop for this great player, Mike Piazza as a Marlin or Mikko Rantanen as a Carolina Hurricane?
Piazza as a Marlin, because there was no controversy about Rantanen. Like, as soon as Rantanen was traded there was word going around that he wasn't going to stay there. He didn't want to be there. I mean, when I looked at Mikko Rantanen's play, Carolina likes to play off the cycle, low to high. Like, that's not Mikko Rantanen's game. And I said that straight up the minute that trade happened, like, and that he would have some trouble there because of the fact that that's not his style of play. It's not his style of play. But Mike Piazza, there was no type of drama or controversy. Like, yeah, he wasn't there for long, and he obviously ended up with the Mets. Pretty.
He's there for a week,
right? Yeah, he played 5 games, which is it's interesting because it was such a short time that why did you even do that, and why was it not like a 3-team trade? I mean, he had 5 games as a Marlin, and he had 5 hits in those 5 games, 278
and a home run.
Yeah, and a home run. I mean, I think that's a lot more forgettable. I mean, Gretzky as a Blue was not necessarily forgettable because he played well with them, and everybody kept talking about, Gretzky and Hull, this is going to be great. And they were 2 different styles of players. They eventually found a way to click a little bit, but I think that there was always controversy around whether or not he was going to stay, and a lot of people didn't think. I remember I've watched games like from that regular season with St. Louis with Gretzky, and like on the national telecasts, John Davidson's bringing up, oh, well, there's word that Gretzky's going to hit free agency and he's not going to stay with the Blues. And then Gretzky ends up a part of the play that Steve Yzerman scores the winning goal on. I mean, he was the guy.
Yeah, so he is remembered.
So he is remembered. Yeah.
There you go. All right. Andy, what was your choice on this one, by the way?
Honestly, I don't really remember. I know Piazza played for the Dodgers, the Mets. I don't really vaguely remember playing him for Miami, the Florida Marlins back then. So just because of that alone, I'm just going to say Rantanen as a King.
Yeah. All right. And I'm gonna go with that. I would say probably Piazza as a Marlin is more forgettable.
A lot of people don't even remember him being there.
All right. Hey, actually, Phil, we're gonna skip the last one. We'll save that one for later. Talk about that because I gotta say, how much of the Ottawa Senators situation can we even talk about, guys? Like,
I mean,
is anything confirmed?
No, nothing.
Yeah.
I don't like how I think it was started by, like I said, a faceless, no-name X account or Twitter or whatever you still want to call it these days. I don't think the organization had to say something. I mean, there were a lot of people that didn't even know what the Senators were talking about when they released that press release. And then after that, then it actually brought more attention because people were curious and they looked it up. So, like, I could understand, like, if, like, the lowest level of a media person, not a big name, but at least if it was an actual media person, just at the very bottom rung of the ladder, like started it, then maybe you address it because it's at least someone that's involved in the game and media. But like for them to go out and do that with like just a nobody, it seemed like they didn't have to do it. But I guess, and it also seemed very emotional. Like it was just kind of like a visceral reaction where they didn't necessarily maybe think about it or they just kind of reacted. So I don't know. But I guess it obviously really bothered the players and it really bothered Steo. So I guess he feel like he had to defend his players there. So he made a statement on it. But reading comments and stuff, like a lot of people were saying, "Oh, this is the Streisand effect," and "Oh, tell me it's not true without telling me it's not true." So I think them actually addressing it gave it actually more legs because I feel like it was total nonsense. You just ignore it. So I don't know. I mean, again, that was their decision. Do I think it was 100% true? Maybe not. I mean, we'll probably never know. However, it was kind of specific. Ullmark's been away from the team. There was no reason why, and they signed a goalie, and I don't know. So honestly, I think maybe there was some sort of shred of truth to it. Maybe me. That's just being, if you want to say, conspiracy theory or cynical. But yeah, I do think there was something to it. How much of it was true, I don't know. But that's my take on it.
Yeah, I do think there is a little bit of the Streisand effect of once you kind of acknowledge it, and I'll kind of compare this to the Keandre Miller thing that happened with the Rangers years ago, where there was the rumor about Tony DeAngelo stealing the puck, and John Davidson wouldn't address it until it was a press conference, and he just said one line about it, and then that's it. Look, when you have BS, you treat it as that, but then you look at what Brady Tkachuk's reaction was, and there's other guys that have expressed some stuff. It's like the Mystery Alaska thing. The stuff that stays in the locker room, you're supposed to keep it there. There was a something about the Rangers that there was a guy that was there were some off ice incidents last year that kind of led to a bit of a departure. But it's just, you don't want to say things that aren't confirmed, and you don't want to say things that aren't that you're hearing through maybe sources that aren't there. I know everybody had fodder for this on TikTok, Twitter all last week, but I gotta stop and go. I'm gonna wait before I start slandering people. What are your thoughts on that one, Phil?
I don't know. I'm kind of torn on this. Like like Anthony said, it was very specific. I thought I read something about the person who started that being in on like the Hoffman stuff, like and having that before like a lot of people did. So I mean, I could be wrong there. I again, that's what I thought I had read. It's very odd. It's very specific. I get why like it looks bad to even respond to it, but I also get why they responded the way they did, because when you start bringing families into this, that gets really messy, and nobody wants to have, you know, any type of family issues. Like, you know, no, that's not even, that whole thing is not a rumor. That thing is actually, that's been confirmed. It was, Brendan Shanahan, I'm pretty sure, married Craig Janney's wife. Janney's wife left him for Shanahan, and they I think they're still married to this day. I mean, the whole, and then not only that, but then you have the Rod Brindamore, Eric Lindros thing, where Brindamore supposedly cold-cocked Lindros in the locker room for having an affair with his wife. So, I mean, there's been stuff about this, and I don't, listen, I don't want to get into that part of it, because it's just, I don't know if this is all true, and this could be complete BS and started up by, again, somebody just looking for engagement and clicks. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't like it. Keep people's families out of it. Really, just keep people's families out of it. That's not how it's supposed to be. Don't do any of that crap. Like, if you're,
and
looking
of course.
for
And of course, like you're like you're saying, though, you're looking for clicks. That we were living in an internet age. People see that, then they take the ball and run with it. This has been happening for decades now, where people, or at least a decade, where people go, wait a minute, they have this unconfirmed source, and then they go off and they talk about it, and then it's like, okay, then really, it's the rumor has a life of its own. But then again, I go back to one of the best lines from The Usual Suspects, right before the best line, which is a rumor that doesn't die. All right. Guys, let's have a little bit of fun. Let's start the new and improved Puck Doku. And Mr. LaRocco, you want to start it off on this?
So last week, Filk won. He had the lowest uniqueness score. Now, do you want to, like we do with obscurities, do you want to do a timer for this? So the whole prep, so were you fine with it, the honor system last week?
I'm fine with the honor system. It's just we'll have one of us call time in case if there's like our clock, and we'll have to try to keep thinking about it really fast.
All right. Yeah, sure. I'll go first. I feel like it's a disadvantage for me, but I will go first. Actually, you know what? It's not, because we can't use the same players, so I'm going to go first. Yes.
Yes.
All right. Let me know when you want me to start.
Sure. Go right ahead, Ant.
All right.
And tell me where you want to go first.
I'll start with Blues.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Let me announce this for everybody. It's the top row is the Winnipeg Jets. That's the Atlanta Winnipeg Jets, the New York Rangers, and the Detroit Red Wings. And the y-axis is the St. Louis Blues, the Anaheim Ducks, and 3 goals in a single playoff series. Sorry, Anthony. Go right ahead.
You also got to mention it's also counts as the Atlanta Thrashers too. It's not just the Winnipeg Jets.
That is correct.
All right. So for Blues, Jets / Thrashers, I'm gonna go Marty Reasoner.
Okay.
All right, there he goes. 1%.
Fuck. This makes it interesting. For Blues Rangers, I'm gonna go with Jeff Finley.
Oh, that's a good one.
0.0, Anthony.
Wow.
Blues Red Wings, Jamie Rivers.
I believe I gave you him last week. 0.3.
3 goals in the playoffs for the I don't think the Thrashers only made it once, and the Rangers destroyed them. I don't even know if they'll be. I gotta go to Jet. I'll do Nemestikov.
Ooh, okay.
All right. Well, I'm just got to do.
I'm not even 100% confident. I would think he scored 3 goals and
2%.
Okay.
2%. So Rangers Ducks. I'll do Darren Van Imp.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh man, that's another good one.
Oh wait. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah,
you almost put it in.
Yeah, I know. I almost had to redo all this, which is the whole point of us not to have to do this. Go ahead.
Ducks, Red Wings. Matthew Schneider. Doug Buda.
That's Ducks.
Wow, that's a
Red
good
Wings.
one.
Doug Buda is a
former
very good
Islander
one.
too, yeah.
0.6.
Shit. All right. So Rangers 3 goals in a playoff series. Greg Gilbert. No. Nemchinov.
All right.
I hope. 94.
Sergei Nemchinov. 0.4.
Yep.
Nice. Ducks. What was that? Ducks, Jets, Ducks, Thrashers. Lucas Spiza.
Lucas Spiza, 2%.
Fuck me. Last one. Red Wings, 3 goals in a Draper. Cleary. Dan Cleary.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Dan Cleary. All right. Anthony with a unique score of 6, and I'm not going to go through the stats like I did last week. Actually.
Yeah, I was about to say that'll save time.
6. All right.
All right.
All
a
right,
6.
we'll go.
Phil, you ready? Where do you want to start?
Go ahead. I'm going to steal Anthony's favorite answer, and Red Wings and Blues, Constant Crossman.
That's a good one.
Constant Crossman. Okay.
Oh, God, Mark. All right, Rangers, Blues. Mark, you might remember this guy, Peter Smarek.
Oh, Peter Smarek.
Oh, man. SM,
It's SM. There he is.
Yeah. Thrashers / Jets and Blues, Chris McAlpine.
That's a good one. That's
okay.
And then same row, Ducks and Jets, Thrashers, Tony Herkus.
Okay.
Ooh, 1%. Fuck. Okay. Rangers, Ducks. Oof. Dark Ages, Dave Karpa.
Dave Karpa. Okay.
Detroit and Ducks. Jason York.
Let's go on.
I hope this one's not too high. Oh,
Nope.
he's under 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought that was going to be like a 1 or a 2. 3 goals from Detroit. I'm going to go with the old Rangers head coach, Gerard Gallant.
Gerard Gallant. Okay. 0.7.
Rangers, 3 goals, a single playoffs. I'm pretty sure he had it in 2 different seasons. But I'm going to go Anton Stralman.
0.1.
See, this is tough.
Yeah, because it's not a Thrasher. And I was ready to answer for a guy that wasn't a Thrasher anymore. But I sorry, because I thought it wasn't going to be specifically for their team. But
yeah, that's the thing.
It's got to be. You got to be in Winnipeg.
I know. No Thrasher had more than 1 goal in that 07 series. Kachuk and Hossa had 1 goal apiece. I know that. Those are the top 2. This is going to be a wild guess. I'm going to go Brandon Tanev.
Brandon Tanev. All right, here we go. And you have a unique to score 2. All right. Excellent work, guys. I am about to go butcher this because my brain is fried at the moment. Okay, so let's start with Rangers and Blues. Let's go Christian Backman, although I think I could do better than that, 0.4%.
No, it's
okay.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Rangers and Anaheim. I'm gonna go Guy Bear. Even though I think that might be a little bit high. All right, Guy Bear, 4%. Oh, balls. Okay. 4 goals for New York 3 goals for New York Rangers in the playoff series. I can't believe I'm blanking so badly. Oh, you know what? I should have gone the Mike Eastwood over here. I can't believe I'm failing so badly right now, guys. 3 goals for New York Rangers. Let's just go Ryan Callahan. I thought Brandon Dubinsky was there, but I think I'm wrong. Yeah, I'll go Ryan Callahan, this 1%er. All right, Detroit Red Wings. I'm pretty sure Johan Franzen. Oh, he's a 6%er. Okay, so I am lighting this one up, boys.
At least they're coming second this time.
Yeah, well, this one's gonna hurt. Okay, St. Louis and Detroit. Actually, I do believe. Nope. Wait, let me stop myself before I get too far on that. I think Mike Ramsey played for both. I think he played for Buffalo, though. Oh, we have our first elimination. All right, that's the elimination right there. Okay, so view stats. Here's what we could have gone with some of these. This was my mistake. There's definitely a defenseman I was thinking of. I went to Rammer. I shouldn't have. But we had Thomas Greiss. We had Basil McRae, a famous guy from the Mighty Ducks movies. Hughes Suter. How's Hughes Suter, who was a current player, only 1%er? Al Arbor, the former captain of the Blues and coach of the New York Islanders. I think it was Mark Bergevin who I was thinking of, and I went to Mike Ramsey. There.
Do the Winnipeg, the Jets one, 3. I'm curious to see what the lowest.
The Winnipeg Jets. Well, first you got right here. You have Pascal Riom is the guy I should have been thinking about all along. But because that's one. Todd Reardon, the guy that would have gone to mine. Let's see what this one is. Lowest answer. Josh Morrissey is the lowest answer, tied with Tyler Myers. And Brandon Tanev was 1.9. So, like I said, I was butchering this one, guys. Oh, boy. Anthony with the lowest one on Darren Van Hip, by the way.
Yeah.
With the Rangers and Ducks.
That's what I used, Van Hip, yeah.
See, Jason Krog should have been one that I should have come to mind.
Oh, that's a good one, dude. That would have been
Kip Brennan. Kip Brennan was a New York Ranger, wasn't he?
Oh my God. Joe Motzko? That's a Mark Hardigan. Oh man, Vitaly Vishnevsky. Wow, that's a good one too. Joe DePenta, forgot about him.
All right. So let's go on to the pyramid, boys. And for everybody that's listening right now, pyramid goes drafted in the first round. There has to be a defenseman, played for the Florida Panthers, the Vancouver Canucks, 500 career games played, and a member of the Columbus Blue Jackets is at the top of the pyramid. This is clearly going to Ed Jovanovski, right?
Jackets, right?
What?
Jovanovski never played for the Blue Jackets, right?
I don't think he did.
I know he played in Arizona after Vancouver, and then I know he went back to Florida, I think, to end his career. So
Jovacop played for Columbus? I didn't.
No, he didn't.
No, Jovacop did not play for Columbus.
Yeah.
No, he never.
Oh, you know who this is?
Wow.
This is Eric. This is Eric Goodbranson.
Wow.
Okay.
Good call, Anthony. Wow. You're definitely right about that.
All right. Well, let's go with this one.
Taylor never played in Vancouver. I think he went from Florida straight to Toronto, and that was it.
Let's go with this one, boys. Let's get a guy drafted in the first round.
Lori Korpikoski.
Yeah,
all right. Yeah, it's about time somebody talks about him in any way.
I got one for the next one.
Drafted in first round and a defenseman.
Boris Valabik.
Boris Valvik. Oh, Valabek. There it is.
A-L-A, yeah, there. Yeah.
All right.
Now
drafted. Go ahead, Ant.
So drafted in the first round, a defenseman, and played for the Florida Panthers. So obviously can't use good Branson. Branislav Meze.
Wow.
Good choice.
That's great.
The former New York Islander.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's a great one.
Branislav Meze. There you go. A lot of people even forget he was a New York Islander, but don't worry, he wouldn't be the only one. This is where Jovo Cop could come in right here, but can we think of another guy?
Yeah, I would try to think of
Did Brian Allen?
Well, you can also use Jovanovski next. That's the thing.
Hold on. Did Brian Allen play for Florida?
He did. I think he did.
Brian Allen definitely played for Florida.
But did he play? Oh, he did. He did.
Yes.
Yep. And he was first overall pick. First round.
Fourth overall. He was first round.
He was their first rounder in '98.
Yeah.
Okay, so which one do you want to use him for? Because you also have Brian McCabe.
He's played for Florida.
I believe Brian McCabe could go in here.
Brian McCabe could go in there too. He was a first rounder from the Islanders, right?
Second rounder. He was a second rounder. By the way, born on June 8th. Happy birthday to him when my wife celebrates it.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get Brian McCabe to come on the show for a while.
I don't think Sopel was a
first rounder though.
By the way, Anthony loves to use Brent Sopel.
He didn't play for Florida either. I just looked it up.
Yeah. I'm still thinking you could go Jovo Cop here. So Brian Allen is available, but we have to figure out
Brian Allen fits both.
Yeah.
Right, but which one do you think would be more popular? To use Jovo here and then Brian Allen next?
I think Jovo's going to be a freaking a big answer either way. That's going to be that's going to be unique to score up through the roof, dude. I can tell you that right now.
Hold on, let's think about. I'm just thinking about two guys.
I just have a feeling. I have a feeling there's more than two though.
No, there's definitely more than Jovo and Allen. There definitely is. Did Gordon Murphy? Oh no, hold on. Did Gordon Murphy play for Vancouver?
I know he played for Florida. I don't know if he.
Yeah, that's the thing. Oh no, Gordon Murphy wasn't a first rounder. Shit.
Yeah, and you know what? I thought of a guy too that was going to fit this, guys, but he wasn't drafted in the first round. Brett Hedican.
Yeah, Brett. Oh man,
he would have fit that beautifully.
Jeff Brown never played for Florida, right?
No, Jeff Brown never played for Florida.
He wasn't he never played for Florida, and he wasn't a first round pick either. Shit.
Jeff Norton didn't play for Vancouver, so you can't use him.
Was Jeff Norton a first rounder?
Oh, you know what? Third, actually.
No, yeah, I was about to say, I don't think he was a first. Yeah.
It's like I'm trying to think of other guys that could possibly even fit in there.
Gerald Diddick was a first rounder and played for Vancouver, but never played for Florida.
Oh, I was about to say.
He didn't play for Florida.
All right, if we're gonna go that way,
Sean Hill.
Hold on. Michel Petit. I know he played for Vancouver. Did he play for Florida?
I don't think he got to Florida. I was checking Joe Sorella.
No, he didn't. I just looked it up. No.
I was thinking Joe Sorella at first, but he did not play for Vancouver.
Yeah, I was about to say Sorella was a Rocky/Devil, then a Ranger, and then Florida, and I think he might have retired after that.
So there's definitely so. How about wait a minute? Did Sandis Ozolinsh ever get to Vancouver?
No. He went from San Jose to Colorado to Carolina to Anaheim to the San Jose to the Rangers again.
Actually, Rangers, then back to San Jose. That's where he
Oh,
finished.
no, he was traded from Anaheim to the Rangers, sorry, and then he went back to San Jose, sorry.
There's definitely still a defenseman we're not thinking of. Unfortunately, like I said, Brian McCabe was not drafted in the first round.
Did Adam Boquist play for Vancouver?
No.
You know what? Crazy things have happened.
No, he went from Chicago
Adam
to
Boquist that played Vancouver.
Columbus to Florida to the Islanders.
So trying to think.
Yeah. So we're still leaning towards Jovanovski. All right.
Brett Warner, I think, fits this because he was a Panthers draft pick for sure. Did he play for Vancouver though? No.
I'm going to check that. And no, he did not.
Florida to Buffalo to Calgary.
I set a 30-second timer for us to finish these next couple questions because we know who the top is and we know who we have two answers potentially right now, guys. So we got it.
Not Christian Kudrock at all. That's not who I'm thinking of. Someone with a K. Hold on.
I know who
Lucas Krejcik. Lucas
Krejcik.
But did he play 500 games though? I don't know. He might not have played. I know he was a first rounder.
Was Krejcik a first round defenseman?
Yes, and he played for Vancouver. I don't know about the games.
Okay, here's the good news for Anthony.
Yes.
He played for Vancouver, played for Florida. He does have 500 games. He'd fit the first one. He would fit the first one. However, and he is a first round draft pick. I was going to say Yaroslav Spacek never played for Vancouver. So I think you could use Krejcik over here, Allen over here, and then finish with Gabranson.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, do that.
Okay,
yeah.
so it was Lucas
Krejcik
right there.
All right.
Brian Allen. I knew because I had a friend of mine I used to work with named Brian Allen. He was a Panther at the time. You need to score a 6 and
Gudbranson, yeah. G-U-D.
Oh, Gudbranson, yeah.
Gudbranson.
Eric Gudbranson right there. Okay. You need to
All right,
score
so
6,
Gudbranson's
guys.
the only answer then.
Let's see what we could have gone with. It's just Eric Gudbranson. Right here, the best answer we could have given was Keith Ballard. Yeah, wow. Brian Allen's over Keith Ballard. Keith Ballard has a moment everybody remembers in the NHL when he broke his own goalie's face.
Click that.
Yeah. So Krejcik was the best answer right there. That wasn't Gudbranson. And Oli Uleve.
Oli Uleve.
Yeah. Thank you. And that's it on those.
All right.
So let's bring us back into this. And guys, yeah, you know what, Anthony, like I said to you before, it's hats off to you. I love to do format for Puck Doku and how we can get through this.
Yeah, good call.
Eventually, we'll eventually get to blind rankings again. And I got to tell you guys, I had to get away from the Puck Doku the last time when we were analyzing it and figuring out the answers because I have a couple of the players that are listed on there, and I was hoping you guys wouldn't remember. They're in my obscurities. So, guys, welcome to Obscurities, where we're naming, an obscure player and the amount of teams they played on. They have to play at least 100 games in the NFL, NHL, and at least for 5 teams. Or you got total at least 15 teams possible. And hey, Phil, here's a quick one. Going back to our thing real quick. Which is better out of these two skates? Which one do you like better, the Nike Zoom or the CCM Air Tactics? Super Tactics.
I know a lot of people are going to say the Nike Zoom Air, especially because of Fedorov and getting retired. So I thought that was a nice pick 'em there that you forgot. Good job,
now that I forgot, we were just kind of getting a little bit long. I was like, let's speed this up a little bit. So
yeah, but we could have done that one pretty quick.
Yeah.
I'm going to go the super tax just because I like the simple look and the cleanness of it. But if there's any player that could rock those, and no offense to Wayne Gretzky, who obviously is my favorite player of all time, and he wore them as well, but Sergei Fedorov looked like an absolute fucking unit out there with those on, just flying around the ice, just going around people left and right. So I got to go with Fedorov there, but CCM tax super. Not only that, but the updated version that came out like last year or the year before of the super tax, clean as all hell. CCM did a hell of a job on the super tax remake.
I was a Bauer guy. I was always a Bauer guy, and Nike was bought by Bauer, so a lot of their stuff is similar. And I do have to say, I got to go with the Fedorov because it's the most unique one that there is for me. As far as like skates go, like you can look at somebody's skates and notice them, like those Jaffa helmets. You always do those Jaffa helmet guys back in the 2000s. All right, who wants to go first for obscurities?
I have for both of you. Doesn't matter. You want me to quiz somebody first?
Let's go, Anthony. Let's get you started first.
Okay.
Anthony, you want me to quiz you first?
Sure.
All right. So
Mark, get the timer.
I'm getting the timer.
All right. So Anthony, I'm going to start with you here. This is what I believe I like to give them in difficulty. I think from easiest to hardest.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mark, you got the timer?
I got the timer.
All right. So this guy has played 1,018 games over 6 teams and 16 seasons. He is Keith Carney.
I have to cross them off for Marks because I had him for Mark. How funny is that?
Wow, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I'm serious.
All right, hold on. Let me restart this timer. Go. All right, Keith Carney, go ahead, Anthony.
Vancouver, Minnesota, Anaheim, Chicago. How many more?
2 more.
Buffalo.
Oh, no, you have 3 more. Yeah, that's 1.
Boston.
No, you have 2 more.
The Rangers.
Time.
You missed Phoenix and Vancouver.
First off, I can't help but laugh about this, guys.
I can't believe you didn't. I thought you were going to get all 6 right there. I was like, shit. As soon as you said that, I was like, fuck.
Imagine being so obscure of a player. And Keith Carney wasn't so obscure of a player. But imagine being so obscure. Anthony has him down in the notes, and he still didn't go perfectly on him. Like, he missed Anaheim, I think.
No, I said Anaheim.
You did say Anaheim. You said Chicago, Anaheim.
It was Vancouver and Phoenix that he missed.
Okay.
Not
Yeah.
Chicago, Anaheim, Buffalo, and Minnesota.
Yeah. And still, right now for us, the only one person that's gone perfect is Anthony.
Wait, Tommy's saying Vancouver is the first team he said.
I thought I said it too, but
Well, if he says Vancouver, then
if Tommy's right, all right.
I thought I did, but I didn't want to try to.
I'm going to give him
so
because Tommy's saying he said it first, and if I missed that, that's my. Yeah, shut up, Tommy. Shut up.
Tommy.
All right, so Anthony got 5 out of 6.
All right, so Anthony's got 5 out of 6. Go ahead. Get the next one.
Yeah. All right. So my next one for Anthony, he played 352 games over 11 years with 5 teams. Anthony, this is James Black.
Boston.
No.
Buffalo.
Yes.
Rangers.
No.
Blackhawks.
Yes.
Winnipeg Jets.
No.
Toronto Maple Leafs.
No.
Minnesota North Stars.
Yes.
Quebec Nordiques.
No.
Time.
So I'm surprised you got Buffalo and Minnesota because those are the ones that I didn't think you were going to get. But you missed Hartford and Washington. You said Chicago, right?
I thought I got 4. I don't know if I. Oh, let me look up.
Did he say Chicago?
I actually wasn't. I was staring at the time on that one.
I know for sure he got Minnesota and Buffalo. I don't actually know. I don't think. Did you say Chicago?
I don't think I said Chicago.
Yeah. No, Tommy's saying he did.
Yeah. Okay. So there's 4.
All right. So that's 3.
Thank you, Tommy.
Oh, it's 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Buffalo, Minnesota, and Chicago.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're at 8 so far.
I said Quebec, but he didn't play for Quebec, right?
He didn't play for Quebec.
All right.
All right. Anthony, your last one played 819 games over 7 teams and 16 seasons. This is Craig Muni.
Buffalo?
That's 1.
Calgary?
No.
Boston?
No.
Rangers?
No.
Whalers?
No.
Oilers?
Yes.
It's 3. Canucks?
No, it's 2. No.
Vancouver?
No, you just said Canucks. No.
Time.
All right, so you got Edmonton and Buffalo. You had Toronto, Chicago, Pittsburgh, Dallas, and Winnipeg. So that's 2.
This is almost a little bit like sometimes the SNL sketch, Dylan McDermott or Dermot Mulroney. And then it had Dermot Mulroney come on. They're like, no, that was you. It was? Or I think it was American Dad did the bit about forgettable actor as Bill Pullman. So a little bit rough on Bill Pullman, but still. All right. Phil, I'll do mine for you then while I let Anthony fix his for me.
Okay.
All right. Okay. I'll have Anthony.
So
got the
Anthony got 10 out of that.
Oh, Anthony got 10. All right, you fixed it.
So 5 on the first one, 3 on the second one, and 2 on the last one.
All right, so Anthony got 10. Let's fix that. All right, so there's Anthony as the leader right now, and he should be leading because nobody else answered. All right, Phil, I got the timer ready for you, and I'll start with a player that played 619 games in the NHL. He played for 5 teams. His name is Cale Hulse.
You fucking used one that I fucking had for you. Are you fucking kidding me, Mark?
All right, so I got to choose another guy?
No, it's fine. Nashville, New Jersey, Phoenix.
3.
There's, I think, 2 more teams, right?
Correct.
I said Calgary already, right?
You didn't. Now you did.
Columbus.
Columbus is the last one.
Okay.
So, all right. I would like to try to credit that as the second ever clean sweep, but when we both have it ready for each other, that's just good.
I can't believe that's the second time this happened today.
And today,
like once in a day would have been like, okay, all right, cool, that happens. But twice in one friggin' day with 2 different people, oh my god, man!
All right,
my fucking head, guys.
All right. Well, how about this one? He played 779 games in the NHL, and he played for 7 teams. His name is Joe Murphy.
Detroit, Edmonton,
2,
Chicago,
3,
San Jose, Washington,
4, 5.
You said 2 more teams?
2 more.
Boston,
6.
Florida,
no.
Arizona, Phoenix.
No.
Tampa Bay.
No. Shit. Time.
What was that last one?
St. Louis.
Shit, I do remember. He was there at the, I think it was either 99 or 2000. He might have been a part of that President's Trophy team.
Yeah, he it was there. Oh, wait. You don't have
He was a depth player, though. They really, at that time, his career was on life support at that point. I do remember him there, though.
All right. And I got one more for you.
Yeah.
He played.
It's a bad story about Joe Murphy. Poor guy's homeless now. Sad. He was a first overall pick in 86. Just.
This guy played 526 games in the NHL over 5 teams. His name is Jason Marshall.
Rangers?
Nope.
Anaheim.
That's correct. 1.
Minnesota Wild.
2.
You said 5 teams?
Yep.
Ottawa.
No.
Boston.
Nope.
Florida.
No.
Nashville.
Nope.
Columbus.
Nope.
San Jose.
There's another one.
Calgary.
No, and time. You were missing Washington and St. Louis, so you got another 3 tacked on to there. So right now, Phil, you're leading the clubhouse with 14, and it'll be time for Anthony to torture me in a moment, unless he's not ready yet.
Hold on. Was that 2 or 3 for me?
For that last one, that was I had all 3 for you because Cal Holst.
No. Was that? Oh, was it? Oh, that's right. You gave me Cal Holst, Joe Murphy, and Jason.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
all right.
You would have handed me Jamie Black, I would have been burned. Who the hell is this
Mark,
guy?
Do you want me to quiz you, Mark?
Yeah, Anthony, we'll give you a second on that then.
Thanks.
Yeah, just because Anthony's. Yeah. All right, Mark. I'll get the timer. Hold on. So this way Anthony doesn't have to worry about it. All right, Mark. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, this player has played 699 games over 12 seasons with 6 teams. Mark, this is Igor Kravchuk.
Ooh, Winnipeg Jets?
No.
Okay. Colorado Avalanche?
No.
Boston Bruins?
No.
Oh my goodness. Phoenix Coyotes?
No.
Colorado, jeez. St. Louis Blues?
Yes.
Okay. Atlanta Thrashers?
No.
Detroit Red Wings?
Time and no. Yeah, so you got St. Louis. You missed Ottawa, Edmonton, Calgary, Chicago, and Florida.
All right, Calgary's the one I should have remembered him on. That's why I went to the went to the wrong place first. I went to Winnipeg. I think I mixed him up with Igor Korolev.
Yeah, his best days were honestly between Edmonton. We had his best seasons in, and then Ottawa was really where he was also most relevant.
I really thought he was a Boston Bruin. That's what's horrible about those.
So that's 1 point for Mark.
Oh, geez. 1.
All right. I gotta come up with a second one.
For you, he gave you 3 players and you only have 1?
No, he gave me 1 player so far. I only have 1.
Oh.
Yeah. He's got to come up with a 3rd guy right now.
Yeah, I'll give you a second one while I'm looking up that. Okay, the second one that I'm going to give you is played 115 games over 9 years with 8 teams. Mark, this is Jared Skald.
I got the timer for you. Go.
Okay,
what was the name again?
Jared Skald.
Okay. I am dead on these. St. Louis Blues?
No.
Okay. Detroit Red Wings?
No.
Ottawa Senators.
No.
Toronto Maple Leafs.
No.
Pittsburgh Penguins.
No.
Oh, I'm dead in the water. Winnipeg Jets.
No.
Vancouver Canucks.
No.
Edmonton Oilers.
Time.
No.
Thrashers.
So,
I tried the Thrashers. They got nothing.
The Thrashers, yeah, were a team.
Oh,
I don't think you got that in though.
I didn't say Thrashers.
No.
No.
All right, I did not. I guess. Wow.
You said it after the time.
That's the first. That's the first team that came to mind when Phil said his name.
Oh my
Yeah,
God! I heard his name. I absolutely did drawn a blank. I had no idea who the guy was.
So New
As soon as
Jersey,
Phil said 179 games, I knew I was boned.
115.
Whatever.
So that was New Jersey, San Jose, Anaheim, Atlanta, Chicago, Calgary, Dallas, and Philadelphia.
I actually still have no idea who this guy is right now.
I don't blame you. That's one of my harder ones I've ever given somebody. So that was rough. That was like the time where I gave Anthony Gregory's Pantaleas, and Anthony had no fucking idea who he was.
So now I'm sitting at a big fat one. I have no chance of catching up right now in this round. So,
oh man, I'm trying to think.
You want to give me the third guy in a minute, and I'll give Anthony his.
Well, no.
Yeah, you could go.
Yeah,
all right. Yeah.
Okay.
That way I could get there. All right. So I'm gonna get mine in a second. Anthony, let me give you your three right now. Hopefully I didn't overlap with you. Let's start with a guy that had 260 games played in the NHL for 7 teams. And his name is Sean Pronger.
Rangers.
1.
Whalers.
No.
Hurricanes.
No.
Bruins.
2.
Vancouver Canucks.
3.
Columbus Blue Jackets.
4.
Pittsburgh Penguins.
5.
Calgary Flames.
Nope.
Canadians.
Nope. And time. You had to get the Anaheim Mighty Ducks and the LA Kings.
Oh, yeah, 5 out of 7. All right.
You got 5 out of 7. Yeah, that one round outscored me for the entire afternoon so far. So, let's just say I was so bad I could call myself the New York Rangers right now. Mark, your answers. Woof. Okay. Anthony, here's another guy. He played 720 games in the NHL. He played for 7 teams yet again. And his name is Bob Corkum.
Ducks.
Ooh, that's a good one.
1.
Blues.
No.
Wait.
No?
What?
Thrashers.
I thought Corkum.
2.
Blackhawks.
Nope.
Phoenix Coyotes.
3.
Boston Bruins.
Nope.
Montreal Canadiens.
Nope.
Hartford Whalers.
And no end time. I had him that he played
Corkum never played for the Blues. I thought he did.
What similar colors?
Buffalo.
Buffalo Sabres. Buffalo.
Yeah.
Buffalo, Phoenix, Ducks. I know. I'm just recapping all of them. You had 4. Because you got Atlanta. Oh, you had 3. Because you got Atlanta.
Atlanta, Phoenix, and
the Mighty Ducks. You missed
Yeah.
LA, Philadelphia, and the New Jersey Devils.
Damn it.
So let's just put that 3 in there for you right now.
Total of 8 so far.
I am looking at the scoreboard right now and just dreadfully embarrassed. All right. And Anthony, your last one for me. And this one might hurt a little bit because I think you're going to crush it. He played 794 games in the NHL, and his name is Sean Van Allen.
Ottawa Senators.
1.
Yeah.
Boston Bruins.
Nope.
Vancouver Canucks?
Nope.
Edmonton Oilers?
2.
Calgary Flames?
Nope.
Hurricanes?
No.
Whalers?
Nope.
Sabres?
No.
Devils?
No. And
Ducks?
time.
Time.
Yeah, you got Ottawa and Edmonton. You just missed the Ducks.
I thought I got that in. No?
No, he got it in.
Not-
I was timing it. He got it in.
Oh, he did get it in? Okay,
Yeah,
so you got
got
3
it in.
then.
It was right at the buzzer.
All right. Well, Anthony, don't worry. I am not going to be at all involved in this. So. All right, then the only 2 you missed are Dallas and Montreal. So there's another 3 right there. A nice 20.
I got you one.
21 for you. Okay, good. Let's see if I can get off that 1.
Right. Hold on.
Yeah, I think this one you'll. All right, so this one, he's played. Here, I'll get the timer too.
And don't worry, we don't rubber band here, folks. We're not Mario Kart.
He played 1,041 games over 18 years with 7 different teams. Mark, this is Brad May.
All right, Brad May, Buffalo Sabres.
Yep.
Vancouver Canucks.
Yep.
Boston Bruins.
No.
Pittsburgh Penguins.
No.
Hartford Whalers.
No.
Shoot.
5 seconds.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a knee.
All right. No time anyway. So
All right.
You missed Phoenix, Anaheim, Colorado, Detroit, and Toronto.
Yeah, it was one of those where I'm still. Here's the thing. Sometimes players have such an iconic moment. Of course, I'm thinking Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. But it just I only saw Buffalo Sabres, and I know Vancouver was in there. Like, I'm surprised he played for that many other teams, but
well, he was a part of Anaheim's Stanley Cup winner in 2007. That I remember. I knew he went from Colorado to Anaheim after Vancouver, but the Toronto and Detroit, I don't really remember him on. But
yeah,
he played less than 80 combined games for those 2 teams. So,
and going with my theory, I should have went to Toronto right after that, but I was like, I don't think that's the case. But yeah, so my bad. All right. Who's left? We got Anthony's for me,
for Filk.
Okay.
Which one of you guys want to go?
I might as well first. Okay, I was gonna say you could put me out of my misery too.
All right, you want to go first?
Phil, go ahead. I got the timer.
All right, Phil, go first.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Oh, all right. I mean, I had Mark's up. I'll just bring up Phil's quick. All right. Phil, this player played in 9. Well, actually, first before I go, I know we established, like, so for instance, if someone played for the
a relocated,
but if they played for both, like the team in one location and then they moved to the new location, do you have to say both, or just saying because they're technically the same franchise? Do you have to say?
I would say in that case, it's
basically if someone played.
I would say it's just one at that point. Yeah.
Okay, so if someone played for the Atlanta Thrashers and Winnipeg Jets, you just have to say one of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. However, on the other hand, if I said Minnesota, and it could be either the North Stars or the Wild, you tell me.
Well, those are different franchises. That's
those are different.
Yeah.
But if it's like that, if the player played for the Dallas Stars and the Minnesota Wild for both, you can just use one of the two, I would say.
All right. So, Phil, this player played for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Played for 8 teams, over 998 games. His name is Brent Ashton.
Okay, Toronto, Calgary.
Yes, Calgary, no Toronto.
Boston.
Yes.
Florida.
No.
Tampa Bay.
No.
Hartford.
No.
San Jose.
No.
LA.
No.
Chicago.
No.
5.
Montreal.
No.
Time.
So you missed. You got 2. You got Boston and Calgary. You missed the Winnipeg Jets, Detroit Red Wings, Quebec Nordiques, Minnesota North Stars, New Jersey Devils, and Vancouver Canucks.
Wow. Yeah, I know. I'm familiar with the player. I can't believe I forgot as much as I did. That's a poor showing for me.
I really only remember. I remembered him as a Winnipeg Jet, where that's in the early '90s. That's where I remember him from. Some of the
I
other.
thought he played for Toronto. Did his son play for Toronto? Is that why I'm getting confused?
Carter Ashton? I think Carter Ashton is his son.
Yeah, Carter Ashton is definitely his son, and I think he played for Toronto. Yes, that's why. That's why, because he played for. He was a Tampa draft pick in 2009, but he played for Toronto. That's why I'm getting him confused.
All right, Mark, you ready with the timer?
I'm ready with the timer.
All right, Phil. This player played over 689 NHL games, and he played for 5 teams. His name is Brett Clark.
Wow, that's funny. I was just talking about him before. Colorado, Minnesota.
Yes, Colorado, Minnesota. Yep. No Florida.
What?
No Florida.
Tampa.
Yes.
Boston.
2 more. No.
Vancouver.
No.
San Jose.
No.
Nashville.
No.
Columbus.
No.
Toronto.
No.
Time.
You missed Atlanta and Montreal. Oddly enough, those were his first 2 teams.
So how many did you get there? 3?
I remember Atlanta. I don't remember Montreal.
You got 3. Yeah, you got 3.
Okay.
Yeah, he was in Atlanta in the early 2000s, right around
Yeah.
the time with Hughes and then.
Yep.
See, this is why which I should have gone first, because now all the drama is going to be gone after this, because this is Filk for the win.
All right.
All right. I have 19 now.
19 to Anthony's 21.
All right.
All right. I need 2 to tie. Okay.
So this Filk, your next player, played a very respectable 701 NHL games, and he played for 5 teams. His name is Ryan Johnson.
Florida.
Yes.
Buffalo.
No.
San Jose.
No.
Columbus.
No.
Nashville.
No.
Washington.
No.
Boston.
No.
Anaheim.
No.
Colorado.
No.
Calgary.
No.
Toronto.
No.
Time.
Shit. Wow.
So he got Florida, the first team he played for. They missed Tampa, St. Louis, Vancouver, and Chicago.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Got
All
a new
right.
one.
Wow. What a job, Anthony. What a job. All right. So first off, let me proclaim you the winner today. Anthony gets.
You never know, Mark. You never know, Mark. If you
All
have
right,
a couple
well,
of stars
all right.
there, you could.
All right. I'd have to run the table and then some. All right. So let's give it a shot. Let's see what we got.
All right. I was hoping Phil did get one more, so we could have the playoff.
Well, yeah, and then I'd have to figure out obscurity guys for both of you guys. So,
all right. So here you go, Mark. You got Phil. You have a timer?
Oh yeah, I could do it.
All right.
All right.
Thanks. So Mark, this is he played 352 games, over 7 teams. His name is Jamie Huscroft.
oh my God. Oh, this is such a terrible showing for me today.
The
The Nashville Predators.
No.
The Calgary Flames.
Yes.
The Ottawa Senators.
No.
The Vancouver Canucks.
Yes.
Edmonton Oilers.
No.
LA Kings.
No.
Phoenix Coyotes.
Yes.
Florida Panthers.
Time.
No. So you got the Canucks, the Flames, and the Coyotes. You missed the Capitals, the Lightning, and the Devils.
Yeah, because I hate to say it, I had to think about places where players have stupid names. The only way to say that one.
Wow, man. I can't believe I fucked up on Brent Ashton the way that I did.
All right, Anthony. Do you have 15 more points in there for me? So
yeah, I do.
I'll just try to get to 10 right now.
So your next player played for 474 games, and his name is Greg Hallgood.
Oh my goodness!
I know this one.
Yeah, I know. I just totally blanked. I know Greg Hallgood is. Buffalo Sabres.
No.
Boston Bruins.
Yes.
Okay. Carolina Hurricanes.
No.
Okay. St. Louis Blues.
No.
Oh, this guy is. Edmonton Oilers.
Yes.
Vancouver Canucks.
No. Yes.
Yeah, he got it in.
Yep.
It was a tie, so he got 3. But you missed Philadelphia, Dallas.
Yep.
I believe Nashville as well.
No. Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that I remember.
San Jose. Florida.
Sometimes you hear these names and you just go, "Oh my goodness!" Like
I always remember Greg Hallgood from NHL 94 and 95. He was with the Flyers.
So what are you up to now, Mark?
I got 9. I need one more to at least get the double digits today.
All right, Mark. Your last player, he played in 1,049 games. I'm not going to tell you how many teams he played for because that might give it away a little bit. But his name is Mike Sillinger. So
okay. Detroit Red Wings, New York Islanders, Florida Panthers, Tampa Bay Lightning, St. Louis Blues, Vancouver Canucks.
Yes.
Philadelphia Flyers.
Yes.
Columbus Blue Jackets.
Yes.
Shit. The Nashville Predators.
Yes.
5 seconds.
I got another one. Damn me, God.
There's one more.
Minnesota North Stars.
What?
Minnesota North Stars.
Minnesota North Stars, and I don't
No.
think it is. No.
All right. You got all of them except I think the only team, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the only team you didn't say was the Ducks.
I did not say the Ducks.
Wow.
I did not say the Ducks. What did that give me total?
Well, so Sillinger played for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Wow, did he tied me? He fucking tied me.
Oh, wait. He played for 11 teams. I didn't say the Ducks.
You didn't say the Ducks. Yeah.
All right. So, Phil, no, I didn't. I just, you know what? I'll give myself some respect for that. I'll give Anthony for throwing out Mike Sillinger, but that's making it a game, guys. That was making it a game. I did not tie you. The obscurity.
You know what, Mark? I got to give a lot of credit. I would just.
You know what? Sorry, I miscounted. He played for 12 teams, and you missed one.
He got 11, so he tied.
Oh, yeah. So I tied. All right, but still, there's Anthony, the winner of obscurities today.
Just because I know it's not for the winner, but I think you guys should do the tiebreaker. Just see who comes in second, because that was a lot of fun.
Really, we're gonna. Oh man, so Anthony's got to think of them.
Because this is where Anthony gets his most enjoyment out.
Because originally it was supposed to just be one, but you guys got the same amount on the first player, and then I think you got the same amount on the second player. You had to take me to 3 players till you finally got more than 100. All right.
Wow.
All right, so we'll do an obscurity, sudden death. Who do you want to start with?
What?
We'll do an obscurity sudden death. So you choose the player.
Not my day. Not my day.
Choose your opponents. Test your mind.
Choose your destiny.
Mark, I'm gonna go with you first. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the timer. All right. So he played for 178 games. His name is Eric Vogonicki.
Oh my God. Boston Bruins.
No.
Minnesota Wild.
No.
Calgary Flames.
No.
I know who this guy is. I know who he is. I really do know who he is. Buffalo Sabres.
No.
Ottawa Senators.
No.
Can't believe I can't get one. Nashville Predators.
No.
St. Louis Blues.
Yes, Blues.
St. Louis Blues was after the timer.
All right, can you get to at least Phil?
I was looking at the screen and not my timer, so I didn't see if he.
You know what? I'll give him it.
Just get two teams. Win it.
Practically after that, but I'll give him it.
Yeah.
I really thought the Boston Bruins was one, and I forgot he didn't play for Boston. You missed Pittsburgh, the Islanders, and Florida.
Yeah.
Little fun fact about Eric Boganicki. A friend of ours named Greg Holt, who's one of the nastiest hockey players we personally know, went to a prep school called the Gunnery in Connecticut. And you want to know whose records he shattered while he was there?
Him, yes.
Eric Boganicki's.
Yeah.
Oh man, way to struggle them out. Yeah, I know it was rough.
I guess we'll make the exception to the rule here, but Eric Boganicki only played for 4 teams, so he kind of bent the rules a little bit. I guess for overtime,
But
are we doing a three off or a 1 off?
1 off. I think that's what we did.
1 off.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I tried to make it similar with games played. So like Boganicki, Phil, your guy is 164 games played, but he played for more teams. He played for 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, you know what? No, sorry, same 4. 1.
Okay, fair, good.
2, 3.
To be fair.
All right.
I don't like to be fair.
Mark, you have the timer?
I got the timer right now.
All right, so 164 games played, 4 teams. His name is Drew Bannister.
St. Louis.
No.
Chicago.
No.
Colorado.
No.
Rangers.
Yes.
Tampa.
Yes, Phil wins.
Okay.
All right.
Edmonton.
Yes.
Islanders.
No.
Phoenix.
No.
Washington.
Detroit.
No. Anaheim.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
I remember him in the playoffs with Edmonton.
Ranger, he was in the dark ages, I believe.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
2000, 2001, 3 games.
Yep, right in the middle of the dark ages.
Yeah, Phil, which dark ages? The real one or the one that's coming right now?
The real one, dude. The one that we both suffered through already.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Where it's like, my brother Rob said it best. Glenn Sather just wants me to root for players that I hate, like John McClain.
Yeah, but McLean wasn't even a Sather signing.
Yeah, it was a Neil Smith one.
Yeah,
but still. All right, we got a couple comments that were starred. Where Chris T is saying, "Do you see any potential buyouts this summer for the Rangers?" I think they're shying away from buyouts, but the thing is, hopefully, a new GM would buy people out.
I don't see any buyouts. I don't think they have any buyout candidates really. Like Zibanejad's contract is like ironclad.
Yeah, Johnny,
I'm pretty sure that he has like his is like buyout proof. I don't know if I would necessarily even buy him out with the kind of like comeback year that he's had, if you will. I think he's on pace for like 70 points again.
Yeah. That's not the comeback year everybody's talking about.
Well,
that's not a point per game player. That's not the star you thought he was going to be in 2020 at the end of that. Mika Zibanejad is highly overrated. Which makes me say the question, which is the more frustrating player to watch that wore 93 for the Rangers? Is it Peter Nedved or Mika Zibanejad?
I mean, at least Nedved didn't have the crazy contract that Zibanejad has. I mean, I'll tell you that.
Can you see? I'm sorry. Yes,
I mean, I don't know. They each had their all right. So I don't like to hate on Nedved just because
media on
the checkmates line was one of my favorite lines when I was younger.
Agreed.
Him, Palovich, and Dvorak had great chemistry, and I really thought they were going to get Yager.
The way he plays.
Really thought they were going to get Yager.
Go on and off the ice. I to the camp and shape.
Isildur, you're forgetting Dave Killer Carlson. Dave's a killer. Dave's a killer. Dave's a killer. Dave's a mess.
A good soldier off the ice.
All right. By the way, Rich asked this one, Anthony. Does McDavid and McKinnon compare to Gretzky and Lemieux? And Anthony's out.
No, it doesn't. But I mean, it's the best thing that they could have. I mean, because you're McDavid's a generational talent. That, let's just face it. And McKinnon, I think, is really starting to establish himself as one too. But Gretzky and Lemieux were household names, and with casual fans. You ask a casual fan who the fuck Wayne Gretzky is, they know who the fuck Wayne Gretzky is, obviously. And same for Mario Lemieux. Mario Lemieux was all over the place, man. It's and no, you're talking as a league. I understand that, Richie. I really do. But it's just not the same. The game was not marketed the way that it was in the 90s. Just the marketing was so much better back then.
And NYR for Life asked this one. When does Brady Tkachuk go to management and say that he wants out?
That's a good question.
I thought it might have been last week.
You know what? I was saying, I think on on the Final Buzzer stream we did the other night after the Seattle loss, that I just don't see anything until really kind of after next season. Because I think he's got 2 years left after this, if I'm correct. But because let's see. I don't know. Let me just go back to his regular page. I want to go back to his regular page. Where is this? I'm not trying to.
Here's part of the problem, just in general, is that I can't help but. Again, this is such Nick's style thinking. That it was, we should go get this guy from this other organization, so that way they're better than this guy. Now, basketball, you kind of have to do that. But if you draft and develop, get a guy that specializes in drafting and developing. And stop this. Stop the merry-go-round. Because all we're getting is castaways. Sorry, all the Rangers are getting are castaways from other teams. Guys that are too old. They might have 1 or 2 more years left in them. And then that's it. Anaheim right now with Chris Kreider. Chris Kreider had a good start. Now he's gone back to being a ghost again, as Phil would say. Yep. And as good of a player as he is, the style of play that Chris Kreider has been playing and can really play, he's going to run out of steam. And that's just how simple that is. So you have 1 maybe 2 years out of him.
I mean, Anaheim has kind of. I'll say this. To be fair to Anaheim, they go at the rate that Leo Carlson does, and Leo Carlson was a top 3. I think he was even second earlier on in the season in scoring, and he has fallen down the scoring charts. Now he's 33rd. And he's a point per game player. Don't get me wrong. That's great for a guy that's in his, 3rd year? Yeah, 23, 24, 25, and then, this year. I mean, they were kind of like messing with his workload to try to like bring him along in a way. But that team has they've kind of fallen off as a whole, but he's really the linchpin of that offense. Like now, hey kid, it's your time. Like the team goes on your back and they go as he goes. So for me, like Chris Kreider, this is where Chris Kreider needs to step in, and he needs to get out of whatever funk that he's in, because that's just what he does from year to year. He I don't know why he does it, but he kind of fucks off a bit. And I mean, Jackson Lacombe has been playing better. He started the year badly. Mason McTavish has cooled off a bit. He needs to get better. Cutter Gauthier has been probably, I would say, their most consistent player. Troy Terry has played a lot better. He's more now of a point per game. Beckett Seneca has been a great surprise for them. Michael Granlund, time for you to wake up. Michael, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
I don't care at this point. Mikhail Granlund, sorry. But, I mean, wake up, buddy. Like, you were signed to that contract for a reason. Like, wake up.
Anthony, this is the question that was asked. What do you think Brady Tkachuk is just going to say, get me out of here? And do you think weeks like this, or what influences that?
I mean, I think it's not. I still don't think it's coming like imminently. I think maybe in another year or so. I think he got a taste of playing playoff hockey. I mean, let's face it. He saw how intense the Four Nations was. I think he really liked that. He sees his brother Matthew winning Stanley Cups. I think he craves to be on a good team, to compete, play playoff hockey, and being in the playoffs last year gave him a taste of that. So I think maybe that put stuff on the back burner for a little bit, being that his team took the next step in terms of wanting to change the scenery. But, the team right now, they're trending towards missing the playoffs if something doesn't change. So I don't know. Like I said, I think maybe at least another year away. But I mean, they'll get a haul if they trade him. They'll get an absolute haul. I know that. They'll be very coveted. He's the guy you want on your roster.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
He is the guy. I think he's going to be like the next Brendan Shanahan. Like somebody's going to go and
I just realized what time it is. I got to hop off, guys. I will actually talk to you guys.
No
later.
problem. We actually
right.
both got to get off in a minute, but we'll cover a couple more minutes with Anthony. All right, Phil, take it easy.
Take care, everybody.
Take it easy, Phil.
Yeah, because we also had the question, Anthony, before. Does this remind you of Gretzky versus Lemieux? Does it remind you of McKinnon versus Lemieux? Sorry, McKinnon versus Gretzky, Lemieux. Does that remind you of McKinnon versus McDavid?
Maybe a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah. I think there was enough of an age gap that it was old man versus young man at one point with those two guys.
Yeah.
And the great one, he's the magnificent one, so he's coming next. I don't think that there's that age gap. I think they saw each other in juniors at some point.
Yeah.
So it's not so much Ovi and Crosby because they were thrown in the league at the same time. And it's just there's I think it's a little more of a friendly competition between those guys. And McDavid just wanted to be the best. And McDavid being the best for so long. But then McKinnon now has really grabbed the bull by the horns the last few years to say, I'm the second best player in the league. And I'd still we had this argument a while back, me and Phil saying McKinnon versus Draisaitl, who's got a better career. And Phil chose Draisaitl. I chose McKinnon. Which one will you choose, Anthony?
Between who?
McKinnon and Draisaitl. Obviously, McDavid is the best in the league right now.
Yeah. Draisaitl?
Okay. I go McKinnon.
I just think Draisaitl. You know what? Actually, no. I'm going to change I do because I do like Draisaitl, his size and the style of hockey he could play. But now that I think about it, McKinnon's won a cup. He's McDavid-esque, I should say. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Nathan McKinnon.
Yeah.
So I'm building a who says no for you, because I know you.
All right. I only got like a few more minutes because I got a lot of stuff I have to do. Including get some editing stuff edited on this.
Because I think the pressure point for the Rangers right now is selling Artemi Panarin. I think, you know, you have to have that conversation with him about waiving. I know Friedman said he doesn't think it took place yet, but you have to have it. You have to have it. He can't be on this team.
They're still delusional, Anthony. They still believe they're in it. That's what's said.
But they're not.
Yeah. It's like somebody whose looks are going and you're like, oh, well, he still thinks he's like the best looking guy in the room. So me. But I'm joking, of course. But no, it's like it's like the guy at the casino, like I said before. They've already gone to the ATM several times.
Yeah, I mean that wasn't a bad analogy, but the thing is, Chris Drury needs to read the room, right?
Chris Drury can't make the decisions. No decision he makes is going to be a good one. Because
in a perfect world, yes, but you know that he's not being fired right now. So what's the alternative? Just because you don't want him making the moves, you're gonna hold on to everybody?
Well, no, I'd still trade everybody. But the thing is, you have to fire everyone. Everybody needs to be fired. Anthony, this is the perspective. I've thrown this out there. Nobody wants to hear it, but let me throw it out there again. Because it's not just scouting, it's also development. And then once they get to the team, it's also what their plan is with the team. Anthony, when's the last time the Rangers traded away a person they regretted trading away? They can't even draft somebody they regret trading away. Going, oh my God, I can't believe we gave up on that guy. No, they can't. It's terrible.
You don't put Buchnevich in that class? They don't regret trading him?
I think it's unfortunate you trade Buchnevich, but you know what he's doing right now? Not much. Like, a lot of people want to fucking talk about Buchnevich like he was the second coming, but no, sorry, not the case. And my browser zoomed in. I was going to go get his stats real quick. But, like, stop with the Buchnevich stuff. I mean, Anthony Duclair, maybe. By the way, we're still going back to regimes. We're going back to Sather on these. I mean, there's nobody that is under the Gorton regime. Buchnevich is 24 points in 47 games. So he's Alexei Lafreniere. Good job. All right, let's do a quick who says no. Who do you got?
I did it on the trade builder.
Oh, all right. See, by the way, folks, this is what we're talking about doing with the who says no. We want to do it with the trade builder in there. I mean, but again, looking at what the Rangers have, like, you trade away Braden Schneider. Are they gonna regret it? You trade away Kendra Miller is not what he was. So
all right, Mark, here's the history. And I picked Minnesota just because they've been talked about for Panarin. So you can tell me what you think, and I'll reveal what if what your train of thought matches up what they say. So the Wilds acquire Artemi Panarin. The Rangers get Charlie Stramel, David Juracek, their two best prospects that they have left after the Quinn Hughes trade, a 2027 first, and a 2026 third round pick.
I'm tempted to say Minnesota says no to this one.
Would you be happy with that deal?
I try to remember who Charlie Stramel was. David Juracek is just he's just a failed player by now, right? He's just
I wouldn't say he's failed. I wouldn't say he's failed yet, but I get what you're saying. But I wouldn't say he's failed yet. No.
Okay. Well, the Rangers need to rebuild with young defensemen, that starters. I think it's more tempting to the Rangers to accept this, but Charlie Stramel is the guy that I'd have to really do my research on. I do remember him getting drafted.
So it says the Rangers might be accepting at 70%. The Rangers gain a premium futures package and clear a large cap hit, but giving Panarin's production mid-season is difficult unless they're out of contention, which they are. I guess that just doesn't account for this. So it actually says Minnesota 40% unlikely. The Wild may balk at surrendering a top prospect, a young NHL defenseman, and 2 high picks for a short-term, high-cost rental. Deal only makes sense if they are all in for a cup run. Final analysis says unlikely. Trade is plausible if the Rangers are pivoting to a retool and Panarin waives his MNC, but is a steep price for Minnesota to pay for what could be a rental, especially given Panarin's age and contract status. So
yeah, because I remember, I vaguely remember when he got drafted, and this is the hard part about guys like me, and this is the guys that I'm the guys that everybody makes fun of because, like, I do the crash course on players and everything like that as fast as I can before the draft. But you look at him at Michigan State, he's wearing an A. He's a point per game player over that. He had 26 in 20 games this year. He had 27 points in 37 games the year before. And originally he was at the University of Wisconsin where he just wasn't flourishing. So I think the Rangers would go for him easy. And center or right wing, he'd probably end up being a wing because let's face it, the Rangers never make the right decisions with that. So I think the best way to say, I think it's still Minnesota that would balk because I think they would deal 1 draft pick, not 2.
Well, that's the thing with Panarin. His high cap hit, and he might handcuff the Rangers. He might handcuff the Rangers into what they can get for him. One of the comments earlier, it said that we're talking about Rangers rock bottom. I don't know who said it. They said Rangers rock bottom could be if Panarin screws Drury and doesn't waive his no movement clause, and then he walks for nothing at the end of the year. Which, mind you, he's in his right to do. He could easily do that. He could beg.
He's in the right to do, but if you have a chance to go meet you up with your friend Kirill Kaprizov and play with him, you're going to do that. You have a chance to go live in LA and see what that's like. He could use this as a trial time to see where he's going to sign as a free agent.
He could, or he might just say, "No, I like New York. I don't want to."
But here's the other thing. How much is his contract next season? Do you think?
According to reports, he doesn't want to back off what he was currently making, which is insane to me. I think no way he's getting $11 million again. But
there's no way he's getting $11 million. So but you want to build. But you want to make people believe that. So in that case, you go somewhere. Let's say you went to Edmonton and him and McDavid rip it up all the way to the end. They win a Stanley Cup. Yeah, that's where to get $12 million 5 years, even at 34 years old.
I don't think he would wait for Edmonton.
No, I'm just saying that for an example.
No, I know. I'm just saying I don't know.
Florida Panthers. Let's say he goes off and does the Brad Marchand.
Yeah.
I mean, there you go.
Yeah. But the thing that goes back to him is that, he's really good. He's a lead offensive player, but he's not a playoff player. I mean, does a team really want a guy like him on their team? Do they really think that he could put them over the edge with the style that he plays?
No.
I don't think he's a winner. I don't think he's a winner.
And by the way, here's the other thing. If you're Minnesota, we keep going back to this because you got Kaprizov there, but you put a healthy Zuccarello over there. Which guy would you rather have?
Panarin.
I know you could say Panarin. Zuccarello produces later in the playoffs.
Yeah, if you're talking just pure talent, sure, yes, Panarin for sure. But
but this isn't a video game.
Yeah,
this isn't a video game. So, did you have another one, Anthony?
No, I'm gonna hop off.
Yeah, me too. Guys, great show today. We were hoping to have even more stuff for you. Look for all of our segments that are going to be coming off soon. This is, again, a nice 3 hours, 38 minutes stream today. We got a lot more to cover with this week. And look, the downfall of the New York Rangers is upon us. It's I'm late to the party. I would love it if that would happen. I would love it if that would happen. So let me get bye-bye going and take just a few more comments. And Mikey, always great to see you. Might not agree with 100%, but always great to see you. Yeah, here's to a good dinner, guys. And yeah, we're going to have a good dinner later. Gonna go pick up some laundry right now. I got to get some of this all on the internet as soon as possible. And look, it's a downtime for the New York Rangers, but if they can, you know, it's a reason why you talk to people, you're like, oh, if your relationship's to the crapper, you wait for the breakup and then you start encouraging them to go on. In this case, you're waiting for the Rangers to break up. This is a doomed relationship. Chris Drury and the New York Rangers. I mean, Charles Dolan. I called him Charles again. That's his dad. Jim Dolan. Jim Dolan could actually be a good owner if he just lets the hockey people do it. The problem is he's still going with what Glenn Sather's thinking. And not for nothing, again, I keep going back to this. The Rangers have had 4 GMs since 1989. We've had more popes. That's not good. So things gotta, yeah, Mikey, yeah, sorry, it's you gotta wind it all back, but I know. But on the other hand, at least you get to watch the Islanders. They're going to be making the playoffs. I don't think the Islanders are going to miss. It's going to be incredibly hard for the Islanders to miss. Can they be one and done? Sure. Maybe teams add, maybe they don't. But I got to agree with Anthony. I think Matthew Darche needs to add. But the thing with Matthew Darche isn't going to veer from his plan. He's got his plan. He's going to go with that, and then that's it. He might go a little bit off the path. That's about it. So anyway, yeah, well, Sam Rosa did say this one will last a lifetime, but I didn't think he would actually mean it to last a lifetime. So, all right, guys, everybody, thank you very much for joining us on Big Apple Hockey. We will see you next week, and look for more content from us coming.